Stone's edition is trash.
Yeah. Ja. Come on, man. Oh shit, it's Judah Nasty. How did he think that he get it past me? Last degree, had him falling off the porch into the fire, get scorched. Oh shit, it's Judah Nasty. How did he think that he get it past me? Last degree, had him falling off the porch into the fire, get
scorched.
Respect the fam. Push niggas off in the sand, dive in with a fire stick. The whole place gasoline lit, smell the smoke. When you lie about your Howard quotes, group full of dopes, get rolled like some oats. We old school like Abel, dropping knowledge. Eat these chunks and excel past college. Nothing coming at you, but you run anyway. Told y'all, cats, y'all ain't up for debates. Get it straight like an iron press. Punch wicked warlocks in the chest. Pull out rotten produce, no juice. Your ruby looks like you bought it from fools. Yet he wanna use his root for fuel, and they gonna run with it. Ain't no nice, yet you remain flippant. Seismic activity remain AI. Artificial intelligence got Gary saying bye. Oh shit, it's Judah Nasty. How did he think that he get it past me? Last degree, had him falling off the porch into the fire, get scorched. Oh shit, it's Judah Nasty. How did he think that he get it past me? Last degree, had him falling off the porch into the fire, get scorched. We love it. Cousin curses turn to blessings. See me flip like Cali chick. Fake doctors be outie quick. Ain't it a trick when in politics? Have you invited in to steal your time? End up the wall, your car hit pine design. From alcoholics, you gotta cut them off at their strong point. They on your pages, yet I still hear they oink. Darawa engraved in our DNA, ignite atomic molecules when you pray. God knows how to save, instead of becoming a man fan, slave. Man, he fanned in flames and try and disrespect your name. Associate to pain, that's why his face ain't the same. Judah never became Yahweh, even though the message been calling ya. Man, but not you, now you all bothered, bruh. Oh shit, it's Judah Nasty. Wait, hold up. How did he think he get it past me? Last degree, had him facing. Oh shit, it's Judah Nasty. How did he think that he get it past me? Last degree, had him falling off the porch into the fire, get scorched. Get scorched. Scorched. That's all wrong. That's right. All praises.
Yeah, boy. It's your boy Killah B, the Witchfinder General. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got another one tonight for you. Man. Tonight we got on the panel. We got Brother Yem.
Shalom, shalom. Nahalil Yah.
And we got none other. Brother Lamad.
Shalom, shalom.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, man. Scorching is scorching. Oh, Judah Nas, man. Judah Nas.
Keep bearing false witness.
As usual. As usual. So, we about to get it in tonight. But first, we saw a live stream this morning with one of I guess he's now ex-Torah Knight. I believe his name is Zamar. Lamont, I believe you was the first one to see it.
Yes. Well, I got an alert to watch his channel, and he pretty much repents for being associated with JN, the entity. Hallelujah. And he said that he ain't about cursing brothers and sisters. And he pretty much denounces them and reads scripture. And shout out to that brother.
Yeah, shalom to that elder for coming to his senses and being an example to other brothers. Because there's another elder on there who should have better common sense. You know what I'm saying? With all the claims that this other elder has made about how deep he is in the scripture and what he knows, he should be able to see the folly coming from this person, from this dark entity. You know what I'm saying? That there's no light in him. So yeah, shout out to that elder. I didn't get to watch all of the video. I had some things to do once I came home, but from what I got to see, it seems like he's just like, this is foolishness. This is not productive for Israel as a nation. You know what I'm saying? This is not the character that Yah wants us to have as a people when dealing with each other. So just once again, shout out to that brother. And, I hope Yah protects you and guides you in what you're doing. As long as you're sincere, sincere your repentance.
Con. Yeah, the little bit that I saw of it, I guess the live stream was quite long too. I just saw like a little bit of it, and he was going on to saying like, "Hey, you have to stand up somewhere. You have to stand on something. Like you see this brother doing wrong, and you want to follow him instead of following Torah." And it is sad that like he said, like there's another elder over there, and it's like you see what's going on, and like you said it yourself, like how it was wrong, but I don't know, man. But we're gonna move right on into this. Brother Young has a little presentation and some mighty blows and stuff we're about to put on Judah Nazareth tonight.
Yeah. About to Mike Tyson them real quick. You know what I said with the scriptures. It's a real bang bang. But yeah, so on Shabbat night, now there's a reason why we don't go live on Shabbat. There's a real reason why, So Shabbat night, I was just in there studying in my room studying, and I get a notification. I ain't really pay too much attention to it. A couple minutes goes by. I look at it. It's like, oh, well, they live, so let me check it out. So I'm listening, and then he just starts bearing false witness against Azania. I believe that's his name. Yahweh's music, saying things about him that's that's untrue. And Azania was on the comment board, like, or in the chat, like, yo, let me on and address this because you lying on me. Brother wouldn't let him on. And then he mentions my name. He said that that I was in a synagogue, that I teach Yiddish, and that I called Yahweh a moon god. All of these claims we are going to grind in the sand and totally put it in water and make them drink it. Just like how Moshe did the children of Israel with that golden calf. We're gonna completely destroy his claims, his bearing false witness against myself with receipts, with video, and then I'm gonna go into and break down him as a person and show everyone in YouTube world that he does not actually practice what he believes, what he teaches. I'm gonna go into the Dead Sea Scrolls. I'm gonna show why he never really goes into the Dead Sea Scrolls like that, and I'm gonna show you why. I'm gonna show you that there are rules and regulations in the Dead Sea Scrolls, and at the end of this, I'm confident that you all would know that those Nazarenes wouldn't even allow him in their congregation. So let's go ahead and get started. I just want to read one scripture first. This is 1 Samuel 15:23. For rebellion is as the sin of divination, and stubbornness is as wickedness and idolatry, because you have rejected the word of Yahweh. He also does reject you as sovereign. So, the brothers have made their claims that Judah Nazareth is actually a witch. I've kind of just been in the cut. My main thing about this this brother, because he still is a brother, is his character and his refusal to actually practice Torah. So first, can we go to the claim that that he says that I'm in a synagogue. Now I was at my congregation on Shabbat, and I actually had to well first, you got, can we pull up the receipt with Rob Rack? Can we pull that receipt first?
Right on.
And then we'll go to the videos.
Okay.
So he claims that I called Yah a moon god, which is funny to me because I remember when this thing was going on, he actually made a video and he was like, "Well, I'm gonna leave." At that time, I was known by Yemuel, and he was like, "I'm gonna leave Yemuel out of this because he he told me that he does not go against the name of Yahweh." But now all of a sudden, I call Yah a moon god. So can you pull up that receipt, please, sir?
Sure.
Because this internet thing is just silly. You know what I'm saying? People taking this internet thing as if it's like real life. Like what you're doing really ain't hurting nobody but yourself, Judah. You know what I'm saying? I can unsubscribe you and just live my life. You know what I'm saying? You're not, those curses are kind of like boomeranging.
All right. Damn. Hold on. Got some technical difficulty. My bad. It's weird. It's happening. Okay. All right. All right.
Let me. Okay.
All right.
Okay. This receipt is from, I believe it's of from March of this past year, 2018. I had talked about this conversation before when Rob Rack had contacted me, and this is when the catalyst for me and Chris Harris falling out, or our disagreement. But if you go down to where Rob Rack says, "I know," uh, kind of hard for me to see it. Let me give me 1 second. All right. My fight is against wickedness, and I gave the Hebrew word Ra. And then I said, I know you showed that, meaning what the word Ra means. But to come against his name is why I separated myself from you. Now, I'm talking about back in 2000, maybe 12 or 13, when the actual split happened, and then everybody was going against Judah, they took on this ideology or this doctrine that Yah is a moon god, which still erroneously persists to this day. You know, which can easily be destroyed and easily shown that that's not true scripturally and academically. But so here's my receipt showing him that I said this. Now, if you notice, Rod Rex says, well, until it's only one name, then I guess someone is wrong. And if you're not helping to clarify things up, then you're part of the problem. What happens when you find out, et cetera, et cetera. So he never came out and said, nah, bro, you were saying the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He never said that. So this is a receipt showing that the claim that Judah Nats made on me about calling Yah moon god is completely false and bearing false witness. Not only did he bear false witness, but he bore false witness on Shabbat. So again, my whole premise is that this brother does not actually practice what he claims he's about. And by doing that, it is rebellion against the Creator, rebellion against the Torah, and rebellion
Rebellion.
against rebellion against the Torah
Rebellion.
is the sin of witchcraft, and rebellion will cause the witch finder general to get on his horse. So now his next claim, his next claim is that I go to a synagogue. He claims that he said that I was in there, like, you know how the Jews, they like bob or whatever when they pray. If you can go ahead and pull up the videos. Um, he said that I'm in there. Uh, yeah. This is a video from the last service. They really don't like us taking videos except for during our praise session. Um, so this is and I'm gonna warn you, I'm not a good singer. The person that you're gonna hear singing mostly is me. Um, but this is a snippet of part of our praise service. So if you can go ahead and just play that. I mean, it's a beautiful thing to praise the name of Yahweh.
Look, they're raising their kids up in.
Yeah, exactly.
Their parents ain't feeding their kids no pork and have Halloween parties, all that food.
Yeah, the people in there, we try our best, you know what I'm saying? And we deal with each other as adults.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, Israel is a part of Africa. You know what I'm saying? So it's still going to have that African feel to it. Like, we was in there rocking. That's why the brother in front of me, he was taking this video too. All right, you can go ahead and end that one out, and let me just speak real quick before we go to the second video. Right. Now, I don't know. I've never been to a synagogue. I don't think they do that in a synagogue. You know what I'm saying? In Judah's words, I go to one of those places that speak Yiddish and bang on drums. That's not a synagogue, right? It's a synagogue and what we call a camp. You know, the congregation is two totally separate entities. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same. So could we go to that second video? So again, he said I go to a synagogue, right? And the claim of speaking Yiddish, I'm gonna deal with that at the end of this presentation. I'm gonna deal with it at the end because a lot of people they don't know. I seen a meme from a brother and he was like, in this age of information, you're telling me you still don't know what Yiddish is. Like, I'm gonna just address it at the end of this presentation. Yiddish is not being spoken, and we don't know Yiddish. So if you can't just go to the second video. And just saying that too, your guy, you've been in the Hebrew classes that I had to do because Judah Nasty, he didn't have the knowledge nor the time nor the want. Now, when you're in those classes, have I ever taught Yiddish?
No, not at all.
All right, now you can go ahead and play this.
It's also, you're teaching a lot of people. Even some people over there in this group. This the one you wanted to play?
Yeah, yeah.
Kashanti, I need my video talk.
These brothers are speaking in Hebrew to each other in real time. You can go ahead and stop it. You go ahead and stop it.
Wow.
Yeah, at my congregation, like after service, there's kind of like a circle of people that already know the Hebrew and conversational Hebrew, and I just like standing around and listening to them speak. So the one brother that walked away that had on the long blue garment, that was Moreh Shemuel. The brother with the long beard, that was Moreh Yahya, whose father is the late great Moreh Mishael. And the other brother that was speaking Hebrew, that's my Hebrew teacher. You know what I'm saying? The soon to be Moreh Netanyahu ben Lewi. You know what I'm saying? So y'all people on the Lashawan Kadash side, show us that you can speak that dialect in real time. Because you keep claiming that it's Yiddish, but at least show us that you can speak it to each other, because we don't think you can do it. And matter of fact, I know you can't do it. Because when you understand grammar, I'm going to just leave it like that. I'm going to leave it right there. So these are brothers. You didn't see nobody with no yarmulke on. You didn't see anybody dressed like a Jew with the long black tuxedo or the big hat. But he says it's a synagogue. Hey, if you can't just go to that last quick video. It's only probably about like 5 seconds.
All right.
Now, one other thing that I really feel like Judah is lacking, he really wants he wants to be around his people. You know what I'm saying? So he hates on congregations like this because we're around our people and we're building. And like, you know, he wants that, but he's in Japan. He can't have that. So if you got it, it's like, see, they just get it. He got to make an excuse to hate when inside he really wants that. He really wants to be around his people, but he can't because he's with the Canaanites. But you can go ahead and play that.
It's a lot of members.
Yeah. Yeah, that was it. That's a lot of people was, you know, during lunch break, you know, a lot of people walk around, you know, we sit down and eat, conversate, you know, go over scripture, ask questions. I had a question for Moreh Yaakov, and he walked me through it. He showed me, you know, went into the Ibrit, showing me footnotes from Ibrit. I mean, it's a beautiful thing to be in a congregation of adults, not adolescent children, but adults. You know what I'm saying? Who actually take this serious and sincere. So I just want everybody listening and everybody who will listen to this and see this, was that, in your opinion, was that a synagogue? Now, Lamar, in your opinion, is that a synagogue?
Not at all. Not in the least bit.
So his second claim has been totally destroyed. Punch straight. Well, that was just a body. That was just a body shot. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into some real blows here in just a second. So, like I said, I deal with the Yiddish thing at the end. So let's go ahead and bust this out. Now, you got, are the moderators in the chat or no?
Nope. Yes, they took a day off.
Oh, they took a day off. All right, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and just defend Sister Amber. Sometimes, like I like to call her Sister Shawal. Shawal. That's
Okay.
Hebrew. That's Hebrew for Ibrit for asking a question, because she loves to ask questions. So I
God.
just I just give her that sometimes. But Judah made up a doctrine on the fly last night just to try to get at Amber like a simp. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy who is really coveting another man's wife, which goes against the Ten Commandments. You know what I'm saying? Because the Torah is really for the whole world. You know what I'm saying? It's
God.
really for everyone. So you can't just say, "Oh, it's a heathen, so I can do what I want." No, that Yah is the power of all flesh. He is omnipresent. He's like, I really try not to make people, I, I try not to make people's spirits go down, because Yah is the power of all spirits. So Yah knows when you made somebody's spirit depressed. But okay, so he made up a doctrine on the fly last night, saying that two, when you get married and what I'm saying, consummate the marriage or whatnot, those two, that man and woman become one flesh, which is true. But he tried to spin it and twist it and say, because of this, since she's with a Gentile, then that makes, as he said, he's an Edomite, so that makes her a Edomite. But when I confronted him about this, not because, what I'm saying, well, just because of defaming and because of taking the scriptures into, taking the Torah, taking the law into his own hands, I confronted him with a scripture, and he tried to change the subject real quick on the chat board. The scripture is Leviticus 24, and I started 10. Leviticus 24 and 10. And it says, and the son of a, I'm reading from the ISR, just to let y'all know. It says, and the son of an Israeli woman whose father was a Mitzrayim went out among the children of Israel. And the Israeli woman's son and a man of Israel strove in the camp. Verse 11, and the Israeli woman's son blasphemed the name of Yahweh and cursed. Now, stop there. Did you notice that?
Uh-huh.
This, it recorded the woman as being an Israelite. They did not record her and say, "Oh well, she's with an Egyptian, so she's an Egyptian."
Yep.
No, That's not scripturally true. You know what I'm saying? She may have been dealing with a Israelite, but I mean a Egyptian, but that does not change her nationality. That does
God.
not change her bloodline. Now, as far as her son is a different story, and if this son wasn't put to death, what their sons and their children would have been, you know. But as far as her, that does not change how she was recorded and how she was remembered. So that is a clear cut to his doctrine. And like I said, when I brought this up, he switched the topic on me. But but I'm gonna give him a three-piece for that, because it's not just one example. If you go to Esther 2 and 17, let me get there real quick. I've told you, Judah, I'm a Mike Tyson you scripturally. Esther 2 and 17. Now this is when Esther was brought before Artaxerxes. Uh And it says, and the sovereign loved Esther more than all the women, and she found favor and loving commitment in his eyes more than all the maidens. And he set the royal crown upon her head and made her sovereign instead of Vashti.
Mm-hmm.
So when you read all of Esther, they never call her Esther the Persian. They never do that. Her nationality is intact as an Israelite. Is never mentioned in here anything other than an Israelite. She's always, now what comes of her seed is a different story. But as far as her, she's married, she became the queen. Of course, they consummated the marriage, but she's never listed or never remembered as a Persian. So that's a two-piece. Now let's get the third piece. Let's give him a third piece to knock one of his teeth out real quick.
Look at that, man.
By the witness of is 2 or 3 witnesses, right? So I got a third witness, and praise Yahweh for this one, because I was like, I know there's another witness. I know it is. And then y'all hit me with it. We're going to go to 1 Kings 7 and 14. Okay. 1 Kings 7 and 14. Well, I'm going to start at 13. And the sovereign Solomon sent and brought Hiram from Zor. He was the son of a widow from the tribe of Naphtali, and his father was a man of Zor, a bronze worker, and he was filled with wisdom and understanding and skill in working with all kinds of bronze work. So he came to the sovereign Solomon and did all his work. Why didn't they? And her name is oh no, there was another. It was another. It was the first witness. But this the mother of Hiram is not recorded as a Canaanite or a Zori or any type of other Canaanite tribe. She is recorded as being from the tribe of Naphtali. So this again shows that this doctrine that he tried to create is completely false. And the only reason why he did this is because he's still butthurt and he's still lusting after another man's wife, a female that does not want anything to do with him, but he just can't let it go because that's how simps do. Simps are just like, you know what I'm saying, they want to pretend like they're alpha males, but alpha males ain't got to say nothing. You already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? An alpha man will just show you. He'll just show and prove, while a beta man just screams and cries all day. You know what I'm saying? But this a 3-piece. Anytime Judah Natzarah, the dark entity, he tries to bring up that doctrine, hit him with that 3-piece. Hit him with that 3-piece. Because these are 3 instances where a woman who has been and consummated herself with a foreigner was not recorded as a foreigner, but her nationality and even her tribe is still intact. So with that kills that doctrine right there. You can never say that again, or you're just, it's just going to be shown that you're the cult leader that you're really trying to be. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to move on to the next point. So again, I've proven that I don't go to a synagogue. I've never called Yahweh a moon idol, and that this doctrine that he made last night on the fly is a corruption, and it's just weak. It's just weak sauce. It's not real. It's not scripturally true. It's not a sound doctrine to follow unless you are just a follower. But we real men, right? So hey, everybody dropped out. Word. Yo.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I guess they ain't like that. Y'all 2 dropped up. Yeah, he didn't like that. He put his voodoo on that live right there. Okay, so I'm gonna hit one quick point. Hopefully, it can be real quick. Now, he likes to play semantic games. If you never noticed, so a few videos. It was a while back ago. I believe Olan might know this. Judah tried to claim that there were no camps in Israel, right? Because he was going against the camps. So he tried to claim that there was no camps. But if you go to Numbers 2 and 32, Numbers 5 and 3, Amos 4 and 10, it clearly lets you know that there were camps. And I'm going to home in on 2 verses real quick. Let me get to Numbers. Go to Numbers chapter 10, right? Basically, you can go through this whole chapter and you're going to see where it says, let me try to find it real quick. It would say like instead of saying like in verse 14, Numbers 10 and 14, it says, and the banner of the camp of the children of Yehuda departed first according to their divisions, and over their army was Nashon, son of Aminadab. So hold up. Yehuda was a camp. They had their own camp. But I thought there wasn't no camps. I thought there wasn't no camps, Judah. If you go to verse 25, it says, then the then the banner of the camp of the children of Dan, which was from the rear, which was which formed the rear guard of all the camps. Hold on. So there was more. It says all the camps. But I thought there wasn't no camps, Judah. Oh, but I know what you're gonna say. I know exactly what you're gonna say. Ah, you stupid nigga demon. That was in the past. They ain't talking about camps. They ain't talking about. Okay, well, you're gonna focus on the past. Let's go to the future. All right. Let's go to the let's see what it says about the future. I'm in the Dead Sea Scrolls. Let me find 1QM. Let me find it. Oh, it's the War Scrolls. I think it was. Yeah. It's 1QM 3 verses 4 and 5. Hold on, let me find it real quick. Oh, shit. 3 verse 4 and 5. Okay, here we go. It says the men of renown. Now this is the War Scrolls. If you're not familiar with the Dead Sea Scrolls or the DSS, the War Scrolls is basically talking about the future war against Kittim and the sons of Belial, right? The sons of worthlessness, or the sons of wickedness, and the sons of darkness, right? So this is talking in the future. This is future, right? Check out what it says. The men of renown, they shall write chiefs of the fathers of the congregation when they meet in the meeting house. They shall write L's directives for the holy council, and on the trumpets of the camps, they shall write peace of El in the camps. Wait a minute. So in the future, we're going to have camps. Now I'm gonna go to.
We always had a military structure.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
There always was a military structure.
Exactly. And if you look at the camps of today, that's how they kind of are. They try to be orderly. You know what I'm saying? Like how a military is ordered. They're about order and structure. But he's not about that. I mean, you know how many times that we had asked him, like, let's form a structure, but he just didn't answer.
Yup. No answer.
No answer.
No answer.
What type of person don't like structure in their life?
Judah. It all worked up. It all worked up and shit. God damn.
Okay, this is 1QM 3 verse 14. It says, and of Aaron and the names of the 12 tribes of Israel according to their births above the banner of the camp chiefs. So again, another witness that in the future, according to the DSS, which he holds so sacred, that we will have camps in the future. So, and there's even, I forgot about this. I forgot about this one. This is key. What about Yahweh's camp? You know Yah has a camp. You know that, right, Judah? Let's see what Yah's camp is. This is Joel 2 and 11. And Yahweh shall give forth his voice before his army. For his camp is very great. For mighty is the doer of his word. For the day of Yahweh is great and very awesome. And who does bear it? So Yahweh has a camp. But Israel don't have camps. And we're supposed to be like Yahweh. All right, whatever. You can also go to 1Q28, A211 through 17, and you will see that according to the DSS, in the future we'll have camps. So that was just a little semantical smack in your face, Judah, because I heard you say that. You know what I'm saying? I heard you say that, and I swear on Yahweh, I heard you say that. So you like playing semantical games, talking about, show me, because I told him I was like, I teach Hebrew when you couldn't do it, and you can't do it, and you refuse to do it, right? So he was like, well, show me Hebrew in the scriptures. So that's just he's just playing a little semantical game. So I can play those type of games too, Judah. So let's go to the character of this dude. Shalom, Chris. Let's go to the character of this guy.
Bro.
Peace.
Oh, David Israel, you got the link. I just sent you the invite, bro.
So I'm going to Proverbs chapter 8, right?
Police!
Somebody call the police!
All right, let's start this Proverbs chapter 8, verses 13. No, let's start at 7. Let's start at 7. For my mouth speaks truth, and wrongness is an abomination to my lips. All the words of my mouth are in righteousness. None of them are crooked or corrupted. Is that a characteristic that Judah Nazareth displays? Absolutely not. His mouth is full of lies. His mouth is full of deceit. His mouth is full of slander, right? This is who you are, Judah. We've dissected you, and I'm showing you scripturally who you are, and I'm showing you that scripturally, you called me I'm unimportant. Yeah, I'm unimportant. Because you know what's important? Yah and his Torah. That's what's important. Not you, not Torah Knights, not my camp, not Hashaba Israel, not Yah Righteousness, not your God, not MVP Chris Harris, not Lamad. You know what I'm saying? Yah is the one that's important in his Torah. So let's go down to verse 13. The fear of Yahweh is to hate evil. I have hated pride and arrogance and the evil way and the perverse mouth. Like your mouth has been, you're an effity F nigga. You effity F. You freaking F. You know what I'm saying? He's the one. He's supposed to be living this. He's supposed to be a teacher, as he said, a teacher, right?
Yeah, like a nigga on the street.
Yeah, he doesn't do any of this. Any of this. Now, I'm gonna go real quick to Exodus 18:21 because I want to try to stay in the Torah as much as possible. So Exodus 18:21. This is this is some wisdom right here. This is what's the portion from this last Shabbat. This is the portion was called Yithro because it's talking about what Yithro imparted upon Moshe. Now this is wisdom. We'll start at verse 21. Yeah, let's start at verse 21. But you yourself seek out from all the people able men who fear Elohim, men of truth. What is that? Being not being unfair gain, and place these over them to be rulers of thousands, rulers of hundreds, rulers of fifties, and rulers of 10. Right. So you got to ask yourself: is this brother the dark entity? Does he actually fear Elohim? Because a man of truth fears Elohim. A man who actually fears Elohim will hate pride. And we know that Judah is one of the most prideful people on. He's prideful like Ariyah or like what's my man from ISUPK? The General Yohana. You know what I'm saying? He's prideful like GMS. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the most prideful people in all. Well, I hate saying all because you know what I'm saying. The internet is not all of Israel, but in this internet world of Israel, like he is one of the most prideful and arrogant people on YouTube, trying to claiming that they represent this culture. And I'm just showing y'all the things that describe a person of Yah. He does not display any of these characteristics. Because look what it says. It says, and place these over them to be rulers of thousands, rulers of hundreds, rulers of fifties, and rulers of 10. Now think about this. How big has TK ever been? Have they even made 20?
Nope, not even.
Never made
It's just
20.
enough to fill up a hangout.
Yeah.
Barely.
Yeah. So
Barely.
what does that tell you? If anything, he's only been ordained to be a ruler of 10. That's it. That's it. But you claim that you're important. You tried to say that I'm not important. Okay, I'm not important. Who cares? I'm important to my family. You know what I'm saying? But don't try to act like you something when you can never have a following over how many people over there right now? Do you
Shit.
even have 10 people right now?
He might not even have 3.
Yeah, maybe SOJ and that's it.
Yup. And where
So
he
again, so again, a person who fears Elohim is a man of truth. And how many times has he lied? How many times has he lied on Chris Harris? How many times has he lied on all these ex-Torah nights, saying that your God is a CIA agent, has white parents, has, you know what I'm saying? He's, all these. You can't even keep up with all the lies that comes out of his mouth.
and he
Yeah,
can't.
yeah, he can't. Like, you don't know a terrorist. Like, why would that even come out your mouth? Like, you don't even know a terrorist. That's like so stupid and so adolescent. But you're not a man of truth, so you don't have the fear of Elohim in you. You can go through this and be like, oh, I know this, I know that, but it's about character, and you do not display the character of a man that deserves any respect in Israel. Absolutely none. So now I'm gonna start going into the DSS a little bit because I want to show y'all that even according to the DSS, he does not abide by what it says. Only thing he's trying to do, he's trying to get famous. Maybe he was picked on as a child, like we say, he has narcissistic behavioral disorder. I believe that he's a megalomaniac, and I believe that he has abandonment issues because he has said that his parents abandoned him, and people with abandonment issues, they love to push people away, right? And that's what he does. He pushes people away. So with the DSS, you have a section called 1QS, and it's the rules of the community, right? So we're going to start at 1QS 1, verse 1 through 4.
Right on.
For the instructor, for his life, book of the rules of the community, in order to seek all, with all one's heart and with all one's soul, in order to do what is good and just in the presence, as he commanded by the hand of Moses and by the hand of all his prophets, in order to love everything which he selects and to hate everything that he rejects, in order to keep oneself at a distance from all evil. Right? You remember what's the brother Born Again to Yah? What he played with Judah Nazareth, saying that homosexuality and pedophilia isn't anything, isn't an issue.
Yep.
But what did Yahweh say? Any homosexual is put to death. And the DSS says you're supposed to love everything which he selects and hate everything that he rejects. So why would even something like that even come out of this brother's mouth, right? So we're gonna go to 1QS 2 verse 2, and it says the men of all's lot who walk unblemished in all his paths, and they shall say, may he bless you with everything good, and may he protect you from everything bad. May he illuminate your heart with the discernment of life and grace you with eternal knowledge. Right? You're supposed to walk unblemished before the Creator. Can we say that about Judah Nazareth?
Hell no.
There's no way we can say that. You can link that up with Proverbs 21 and 3. But like I said, I want to try to stay in the stay in the Torah. So I'm gonna go to Leviticus 19:2 real quick. And it says, "Speak to the congregation of the children of Israel and say to them, be set apart, for I, Yahweh, your Elohim, is set apart." Right? To be unblemished, to be set apart, to be holy. This guy is not holy. He does not try to be holy. He's not like I say, the teachings that he claimed that he's about, he's not about it. Because if he was actually, well, you're gonna see as we go along, you're gonna see gonna become very evident. Real quick, Deuteronomy 6:18. Um, and you shall do what is right and good in the eyes of Yahweh, that it might be well with you, and you shall go in and possess the good land which Yahweh swore to your fathers. Just like it just said pretty much the same thing, uh, where it says to be good and just in his presence. How are you good and just? This is what he claims that he's about. He claims he's about the DSS and he's about the Torah. But what I'm reading you, think about it. Does he actually possess these characteristics?
Nah,
Does he actually display this love and this justness? Like there's no way. There's no way he does. Right.
evil and deception. That's what he deal with. This evil.
All right, we're gonna go to 1 QS 2 verse 21 real quick. All right. In third place, all the people shall enter in order, one after another, in thousands, in hundreds, in fifties, and tens. I guess he would enter in the tens, so that each Israelite may know his standing in all's community, in conformity with an eternal plan. And no one shall move down from his rank, nor move up from the place of his lot, for all shall be in the community of truth or proper meekness of compassionate love, and upright purpose towards each other. This is how we're supposed to treat each other. Not I'm not putting curses on people trying to kill people when you actually calling on Baphomet. You got one of your boys calling on Baphomet, but this is how we're supposed to be towards each other. And in holy council, associates of an everlasting society, right? He does not portray any of these, none of these characteristics. Now let's jump down. Let me see verse 3. Nah, I can skip that. I'll go ahead and skip that. I don't need that. I'm gonna go to 1 QS 5, and I'm gonna go to verse 23, and I'm gonna ride it out to 1 Q 6. All right, verse 23. And they shall be recorded in order, one before the other. Now, as we read before, it was you come in according to your rank, okay? And they shall be recorded in order, one before the order, according to one's insight and one's deeds, in such a way that each one obeys another, the junior, the senior, and the spirit of their deeds must be tested year after year. Maybe that's why people are always falling out of Torah nights. Maybe he's like manufacturing this test every year. That was just what I was thinking as I read this. In order to upgrade, like playing with people. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Acting like he's the creator. You know what I'm saying? But he's really doing it. Just manipulating people's minds. In order to upgrade each one to the extent of his insight and the perfection of his path, and to demote him according to his failings.
Wow.
So, to get some better understanding of that one, you can go to let's do this too. Okay, let's see. Yeah. This is column 6. To incur a sin because of him. In addition, no one should raise a matter against his fellow in front of many, unless it is with reproof in the presence of witnesses. In this way shall they behave in all their places of residence. Now, your God, if you can you pull up the receipt of me and Judah's conversation?
Sure can.
Now,
shout out to Chris Harris, MVP, building. Thanks to all the viewers too. Your boy up.
Shalom, Chris. Shalom.
Call the police!
Call the police!
And I saw that exchange that was well in Judah. So I was going to talk to him about that. That wasn't cool what was happening when he's saying that Yem was blaspheming the Most High's name, because Yem don't even get down like that.
You know what I'm saying? And you remember, Chris, when we had our first conversation over the phone that night, you remember you said, like, well, he's not a liar. You remember that?
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Yeah. I
Like,
said that. Let me mute on that one.
Like, if I'm in the wrong, I'll admit it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's nothing like just to say, okay, I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? Or it's like, yeah, I did say that. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing. But this person, he can't even do that. You know what I'm saying? He's just like a horrible person when you really break it down. Just from, if you want to cross reference that, you can go to Proverbs 11, 17 and 15 and 1. Just a quick scripture in Exodus. And Yahweh passed before him and proclaimed, Yahweh, Yahweh, and El compassionate and showing favor, patience, and great in loving commitment and truth. So Yahweh shows compassion. So why can't you show compassion, Judah? Why can't you show the same compassion? So your God has this up on the screen, and I'm gonna get into this next little stream because this is gonna explain. But remember, it said, "You shall not raise a matter against his fellow in front of the many, unless it is with reproof in the presence of witnesses." Right.
Mm-hmm.
So now we can all pretty much figure which Torah laws that correlates with. But I'm gonna go back to the DSS real quick. Just keep that on the screen. This is QS 3, 9 through 12, and then I'm gonna go to 4 through 12.
That's what I'm saying real quick. Judah Nazareth, that's supposed to be his thing, that Dead Sea Scrolls.
Exactly.
You know how Judah Nazareth never teaches out of the Dead Sea Scrolls.
And I'm showing you why. Because all this information is in here. But wait till we get to the judgments, so just wait. Y'all are gonna see. So QS 1 QS 3 verse 9. His flesh is cleansed by sprinkling with cleansing water and being made holy with the waters of repentance. May he then steady his steps in order to walk with perfection. Just like y'all said, be perfect, for I am perfect, on all the paths of El, as he has decreed concerning the appointed times, his assemblies, and not turning aside either to the right or to the left, nor infringing on one of all his words. Right? Nothing that he says should be infringed upon. That just as it was saying, walking in perfection, right? Now, this is 4, 9 through 12. However, to the spirit of deceit belongs greed, sluggishness in the service of justice. Like, you have a person over there who loves watching guys give each other wedgies, right? Sluggish is, that I kind of jumped the gun on that's more for something else. I jumped the gun on that. Sluggish in the service of justice. Like, we're seeking justice from your lies, but you're sluggish in showing us, giving us an apology and showing showing some sort of sincere repentance over it. Sluggish and servant justice, wickedness, falsehood, pride, haughtiness of heart. We could say falsehood, pride, Judah natzarah, dishonesty, trickery, cruelty, much insincerity, impatient, much foolishness. Now you know he's full of foolishness. Impudent enthusiasm for appalling acts performed in a lustful passion. I'm gonna watch a guy give himself a wedgie to his head. Your boy does that, Judah. He does that. And it says impotent enthusiasm. Impotent enthusiasm for appalling acts performed in a lustful passion. Filthy past in the service of impunity, blasphemous tongue, blindness of eyes, hardiness of hearing, stiffness of neck, hardness of heart, in order to walk in all the paths of darkness and evil cunning. That's Judah Nazareth, like right there. That's him right there. You know what I'm saying? Let me look at this precept real quick that I wrote down. Let me see if this is really pertaining to what I wanted to bring out. Deuteronomy 16, 19. Again, Judah, I don't have to slander you. I can go into these scriptures, what we're supposed to do, and adjudicate and show you exactly how you going off. And I can paint the perfect picture through the scriptures of you. And that's what I'm doing right now. Deuteronomy 16 and 19. Do not distort right ruling or judgment. Do not show partiality, nor take a bribe. For a bribe blinds the eyes of the wise and twists the words of the righteous. Follow righteousness alone. That it should say, do not do what Judah Nazareth does. For real, do not do what Judah Nazareth does, because there's no righteousness in you. Be perfect before Yahweh, your Elohim, right? So, let me see what stream that is. I may have had a wrong stream. You could just keep that up there. I think I may have jumped the gun. That might not be the stream that I. Yeah, that was a different stream. So, but you could just go ahead and keep that up there. I kind of jumped the gun on that one. So we're gonna go to QS5. QS5, 4 through 5.
Take these notes, people. Take these notes, viewers.
Hey, I'm dropping mad scriptures on y'all. You know what I'm saying? Mad script. He said that no scriptures come out over here. I'm dropping mad scriptures on y'all. Shalom, alone.
Shalom, bro.
Shalom, shalom.
All right.
Keep your farms out.
Alon the Reubenites in the building.
Shalom, everybody. Most high bless. Keep y'all, man.
Shalom, shalom. All right, this is
just getting in the. I'm gonna go on mute.
Okay. All right, this is 1 QS 5, verse 4 and 5. Justice and uprightness, compassionate love, and seemly behavior in all their paths. No one shall walk in the stubbornness of his heart in order to go astray, following his heart and his eyes and the musings of his inclinations. Instead, he should circumcise in the community the foreskin of his tendencies and of his stiff neck, in order to lay a foundation of truth in Israel for the community of the eternal covenant. Like, that's heavy. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's heavy. But it says you should circumcise in the community the foreskin of your tendencies. Like Judah says, why does every time somebody is doing something to Judah Nazareth, every time somebody leaves Judah Nazareth, somebody leaves the Torah Nights, it's because it's your tendencies. It says to circumcise the foreskin of your tendencies. You're not changing. You're not changing. That's why the situation around you never changes. That's why it's always the same thing with Torah nights. It's always the same thing. Deuteronomy 10 and 12. And now, Israel, what is Yahweh, your Elohim, asking you? This is what he's asking you. But to fear Yahweh, your Elohim, and to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve Yahweh, your Elohim, with all your heart and all your being. And jump down to verse 16. And you shall circumcise the foreskin of your heart and harden your neck no more. Can't nobody tell Judah Nazareth nothing. Can't nobody tell Judah. Has he not said that, you God?
Plenty of times.
Plenty of times.
Plenty of times.
Circumcise the circumcise the foreskin of your tendencies, Ak. Circumcise your foreskin and harden your neck no more. Like this is not something hard, but yet you fight against it. You constantly fighting against this. If anybody wants to sit,
Salak, yeah, but he's not going to do that because just like the scripture says, he made lies his refuge, man. So he's not going to do that. Everything he built his false reality online on was built on lies and false reports. So it's impossible for him to circumcise the flesh of his tendencies when his whole ideal was created on that.
You know what I'm saying? Dang. Okay. Now this is gonna be.
Did you read the receipt right here?
Well, I don't know. I thought that was the string. I gotta kind of go through them to find which one it is. So let me just go ahead and read it real quick. So we could just, when I find that string, we can just kind of revisit it. So this was right when after Judah Nazareth left the chat, and he was saying that TK was treacherous, and I went to him as a brother, and I said, but Judah, I need to know how, if you have an issue with two members, how is the whole TK treacherous? If someone is talking slick, why not address that person or call a council to deal with the issue? And if you can just go ahead and read what Judah replied. Now you could go ahead and take that down and bring up Sharyah's reply to that. Now I'm gonna go to QS24. Oh, I'm sorry, QS624. Hopefully I'm getting close to that because I thought it was one of the first points, but maybe not.
All right, got it up.
For 6:10 through 14. Where we at?
And look how brothers just came to him and dealt with the Torah, doing it. Like, you know what I mean? And what they get.
Okay, this might kind of be it. So it says, to the council of the community, no one should talk during the speech of his fellow before his brother has finished speaking. You know, that's kind of like the same verse that's in the Apocrypha. And neither should he speak before one whose rank is listed before him. So if we revisit earlier how it was saying every man should be ranked according to his knowledge and all of that, and how he never wanted to set up a structure. So it says, whoever is questioned should speak in his turn, and in the session of the many, no one shall utter anything without the consent of the many, save the inspector of the many, and anyone who has something to say to the many, but is not in the position of one who is asking questions to the community council, that man should stand up and say, I have something to say to the many. If they tell him to, he should speak. And anyone from Israel who is freely volunteers to enroll in the council of the community. That man appointed at the head of the many shall test him. Okay, so it's saying like you're supposed to have like a ranking system, and the people at the top speak until it gets down to the bottom. And if somebody on the bottom has something to add, you say, "Hey, I have something to say." But you know, SOJ was kind of like famous for this, but he never set up that structure. That's the point I'm trying to make. He never set up that structure so that we could abide by that.
A bunch of wild hyenas.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go to Leviticus.
The more out of order, the more control he can have over it.
Okay.
You have chaos everywhere.
Yeah, that's it exactly. Chaotic.
Yep.
Now it says, "Rise up before the gray head, and you shall show favor to the face of the old man, and shall fear your Elohim. I am Yahweh." So you're supposed to show respect to those who are older than you and those who are in higher rank than you. So when I've tried to have conversations with younger brothers, some of the younger brothers that are still over there on that side, I've been, shunned and blocked, what I'm saying, by these brothers. So I'm going to just deal with that real quick. So, and they came over talking about where's your teaching videos. So let's deal with that real quick. Deuteronomy 33:9. It says, is it? Yeah. Well, I just go at 10 because this is talking about the Lewites. All right, this is the blessing that Moshe gave the Lewites. They teach your right rulings, and to Jacob your Torah to Israel. They put incense before you and a complete ascending offering on your slaughtering place. So it's for Levi, it's for Lewi to teach. Only Lewi teaches. If we going by Torah, only Lewi is teaching. Now check this out. This is Numbers 8:24. This applies. No, let me say this too. If the dark entity claims that they have the Levitical knowledge, should they or should they not go by the Levitical ordinances? I believe they should.
Yes, they should.
They should. So check this out. This applies to the Lewites. From 25 years old and above, let him come into active service in the service of the tent of appointment. So that's saying if you're not 25 years old, you can't serve, bruh. You can't teach. You can't do nothing but sit there and learn. You're supposed to keep your mouth closed. If you read the DSS, you see that the young people sit at the end of the table, right? You speak last if you get a chance to speak. So if I try to speak to you and you want to block me, just understand you ain't supposed to be saying a word to the congregation. And that's the Torah. That's not me. That's not me saying this. That's the Torah. That's if you want to claim you got Levitical knowledge and you are Levite because you're connected to that Levitical knowledge, then if you ain't 25 years old, man, keep your mouth shut. And that's coming from a gray-haired man. Keep your mouth shut.
God, that's called order, man. And that's the main problem with most of Israel, man. Israel hates order.
Yep.
That's their main problem. They hate order. And that's one thing I asked about Judah Nazareth when I first came in 2014. I said we need to establish some type of structure so that there could be accountability. He didn't want to do that. He said, Yahweh is our leader. So that let me know right now, okay, so you don't want no accountability. That means if something go down, it can be easy. You can easily shift the blame and shift the narrative by saying we all leaders, we're all teachers. No, not everybody's meant to be a teacher.
Dang.
Just like not everybody's meant to be a soldier. The Most High gives everyone each their certain gift in their life and what they're destined, what they're supposed to be. That's why when you read in Deuteronomy, when you read in Leviticus, it talks about the Most High gave some officers, he gave some captains, he gave some chief officers, chief captains, priests, elders, princes, judges, so forth and so on. Not everyone is meant for the same office. And if you desire to have such an office, you can't just up and say one day, well, you know what? I'm going to be a Levite priest. No, you have to learn. Like the brother
for
said.
5 years.
You have to learn, man. You have to be willing to be taught, man. You understand what I'm saying? I had to be taught. I didn't get where I was in this knowledge by just running my mouth for being a no good, nigga, man. I had to learn from an elder. Just like everybody else, we had to all learn from somebody at some point and some time. So that was, in the spirit of the Most High, what he just brought out, man. Salat, go ahead, brother.
But let me say this one real quick. Yahweh's not dealing with us. Yahweh's not dealing with us though, Alon.
Hey.
Go ahead, Chris. You can go ahead.
Yeah, one of the things I was listening to a particular lesson the other day, and the gentleman said something, and he said that Tanakh only Hebrews are real wild. They become debate Hebrew Israelites. He said it seems like that's all they do is debate and argue. I understand that the Christian gentleman, he was taking a shot. I want to let him know Isaiah 27:9 confirms the destruction of false altars as righteous. So when I see people trying to defend a fake altar, and they're trying to defend it the best way they can, I kind of like look at it cross-eyed. But the bigger picture I want everybody to see is with all the arguing that's being produced on social media, with the proliferation of the Hebrew Israelite camps or the Israelite camps. What they're going to start to do is they're going to go away from the Ku Klux Klan, and they're going to go away from every other domestic terrorist group in America, and they're going to start pointing at us, and they're going to start pointing at people who label themselves Israelites, especially us being black men in the eyes of this society. They're going to start eyeing us and saying, see, now they're domestic terrorists, and what's going to end up happening? They're going to start going to us or anybody who argues and slanders all day in these camps or whatever it is, or throwing charges at you because they're going to look at it as a form of racism. See, what we're not seeing sometimes is the bigger picture, and the bigger picture is, one of the things I don't do on my platform is slander. You know what I'm saying? I don't deal with the riffraff on my channel because I want people to be able to come in here and get the information and leave. But they'll begin to look at us and say, see, these guys are all the same. You understand what I'm saying? Whether Christian or Israelite or Messianic or Torah only, all these labels and colloquialisms that we have created, they'll start to use against us. You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, remember, you would be made a byword in the land of your captivity. And they'll continue to make them. I don't know why everybody thinks that they would stop. You see, as I speak to the Messianics, I always sit up here and say, what was Israel commanded to do? I'm going to hit it home in a minute. They were commanded to worship their God, the God of the entire earth. But the problem that we have is, are we doing that? You see what I'm saying? He said you must worship him in spirit and in truth. You see what I'm saying? Both internally and externally. You must love your brother the same way you love your God. You can't love God and hate your brother. This is what the Nazarenes taught. It's impossible. You can't. In other words, you can't keep the royal law and do away with this law. You see what I'm saying? The royal law is love. Love your brother, love your God. You do it all the time, not sometimes. Now, is there disputes that's going to happen? Yes, there's always going to be a dispute. But the one constant that we're seeing here is you, Judah. I'm going to show you. I've been a fan of the Detroit Lions since I was little. Finally, we get a good quarterback. He's been there 10 years. He throws 5,000 yards every year. We never win a damn thing with him. Everybody saying, well, why the Lions can't win? Why they can't do nothing? Well, Calvin Johnson's gone. Reggie Bush is gone. Kevin Smith is gone. And Dominic Sue is gone. They're still losing. Well, the constant that has been there is you, Matthew Stafford, or as I like to call him, Pad Stafford, because he don't do any padded stats all the time. Now we're here with the Torah Knights. We're in real life now. What's the common denominator about everybody leaving? It's you, bro. It's just you. Just apologize.
Skin of his tendencies.
That's it. You do not want them labeling us, you or anybody else, a domestic terrorist. Because you know what they'll do, Judah? If they start labeling us domestic terrorists, they'll go right on that computer and they'll see everything that you've done and that you've put forth. And they'll look at your fruit and they're going to put it in their mouth and say, Judah, go back to the store and take this shit back and bring him back with you.
Yep.
So this is what we're not seeing on a wider scale. You see what I'm saying? This is why I teach be more like David and not like Saul. You see what I'm saying? Be like Elijah and Elisha and not like the prophets of Baal. You understand what I'm saying? So that's all. That's I just.
Okay. Hey, you gotta bring up that receipt. I found what I was looking for. So like I said earlier, okay.
The one with Devin?
Yeah. All right, so I had it written in a different somewhere different. So I said what I said to Judah about being let's have a council. Now this is what Shariah, known as Devin, what he said. And somebody who liked the comment was also, well, I ain't gonna get out of that, but the brother said, honestly, bro, that may be a good move recommended by Brother Yim to sit down the individuals to get to the bottom of who is talking foul and addressing the facts of what is going on by the witness of two. The situation is confirmed. And Judah tried to claim where he already got two witnesses. So let's go into the scriptures. Exodus 22:9. Let me find it. For every matter of transgression, for ox, for donkey. Man, am I at the right place?
Crazy.
Yeah, for every matter of transgression, for ox, for donkey, for sheep, for garment, or for whatever is lost, which another claims to be his, let the matter of them both come before Elohim. So he may say, well, see, that's why we don't have to have a council, because it's going before Elohim and he's going to work it out. That's not true. Deuteronomy 17:9. And shall come the priest, the Levites, and to judge who is in those. Let me start over. And shall come to the priest, the Levites, and to the judge who is in those days, and shall inquire, and they shall declare to you the word of judgment, and you shall do according to the word which they declare to you from that place from which Yahweh chooses. Okay, so you're supposed to go before a priest and get the judgment. Deuteronomy 9:17. Then both men who have the dispute, say Judah and your God, then both men who have the dispute shall stand before Yahweh, before the priests and the judges who serve in those days. And the judge shall diligently search and see if the witness is a false witness who has falsely accused his brother. So there's supposed to be adjudication. Deuteronomy 21:5. And the priests, the sons of Levi, shall come near, for Yahweh your Elohim has chosen them to serve him and to bless in the name of Elohim. And by their mouth every strife and every stroke is tried. Like a trial, you're being tried. You're supposed to go before a council, both men, and bring your witnesses, state your case. But as you see, I went to the brother, the white boy who likes looking at other boys. He plus my comment. He liked my comment, and the brother Devin came and agreed to what I was saying. But he said, we got we got more than two witnesses. Okay, if you got more than two witnesses, you should go into court with your chest up, or your
Yup.
chest puffed out and your head high.
I
No,
ain't
I'm
seen
about to
him
put, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
yet.
That's how it's supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to do that. You don't want to be found guilty twice. Because you was found guilty on your first trial. You don't want to be found guilty a second time, because that would be damning against you, right? Because everybody already know the first trial didn't go in your favor, right? So this is I'm gonna try to get through this real quick. I'm gonna try to skip some stuff. Um, Deuteronomy 32:5. A twisted and crooked generation has corrupted itself. Their children, they are not his. They are not his children. You're twisted and corrupted. You're very twisted and corrupted. And just to go back to the DSS, because I got something good for this one. It's QS 6:24, and I'm gonna go to QS 24 through 27, right? And these are the regulations by which they shall judge in an examination of the community, depending on the case. Okay, so this is talking about adjudication, right in the DSS. If one is found among them who has lied knowingly concerning possessions, he shall be excluded from the pure food of the many for a year, and they shall withhold a quarter of his bread. And whoever retorts to his fellow with stubbornness and speaks with brusqueness, ruining the foot he has with him, defying the authority of his fellow who is enrolled ahead of him, he has taken the law into his own hands, and he will be punished for 1 year. Okay, let's go back. He whoever retorts his fellow with stubbornness, that's Judah Natzarah all day. You got a disagreement with him, he's gonna come back at you with stubbornness, and speaks with brusqueness. I had to look up that word. Brusqueness means to be impatient, short, and rude. In the Ibrit, the word that's used right here is bet kozer, with the root word, the shores, third person masculine singular is kazar, which means to be short. So, your God, let me ask you. I remember that you put him on blast on the chat. Every time after that, when you said shalom to him or you said anything to him, how did he answer you?
One word answer.
Exactly what it's saying. And whoever retorts to his fellow with stubbornness and speaks with brusqueness.
Oh,
Yo, what did it say? He has taken the law into his own hands and will be punished for 1 year. So, according to this, you're supposed to be punished for at least 1 year. So, somebody keep track of this 1 year of how long he should be punished. Right now, we got a year. We proven he should be punished for 1 year. So, I'm going to go to QS 11, 1 through 2. Now check this out. Understanding to those with a stray spirit, and to instruct in the teachings those who complain, to reply with meekness to the haughty of spirit, and with a broken spirit to the men of the bending of the law, those who point the finger and speak evil. You did what I said? Like, come on, man. It's like you bent the law by what you did, and plus you pointed the finger. So let's go to Isaiah 58:9. And you did this on the Shabbat. You did this on the Shabbat, right? Uh, yeah, Isaiah 58:9. Then you will call Yahweh would answer. When you cry, he would say, here I am. If you take away the yoke from your midst, the pointing of the finger and the speaking of unrighteousness. So that's why your curses fall to the ground. because it says, then when you call on Yahweh, he will answer. But you have to take away the yoke from your midst and stop pointing the finger at other people. Just like it says in the DSS, bruh. You think I ain't good with these scriptures? Nah, I just sit back and I play the cut. But I'm Mike Tyson your behind right now. There's no way you're gonna be able to lift this stone I'm putting on your head, bruh. It's too many scriptures. It's too evident. I'm going into what you believe and I'm dissecting you. And let me see. And if you go down to verse 13, it says, if you do not turn back your foot from the Shabbat, from doing your pleasure on my set apart day, and should call the Shabbat a delight. So, et cetera, et cetera. You did your own delight on the Shabbat. That's what you do. You talk about people. You blaspheme. You slander on the Shabbat, right? Bro, we got you. Everybody who comes on here got you, bro. And like I said, this stone I'm putting on you is heavy. And I want you to try to lift it. Because I got more. Trust me, I got more.
I got so real quick.
Go ahead while I get my next joint.
1 Samuel 15:23. For rebellion is like the sin of divination, and arrogance like the evil of idolatry. Because you have rejected the word of Yahweh, he has rejected you as king.
He wants to be a king of Israel.
Yep.
But Yahweh rejects him because you rebellious. And that's wickedness. That's witchcraft. So we at 1 QS 7. We're going to start at verse 5. The community council shall be founded on truth. Right? On truth. So TK was never about truth. To be an everlasting plantation, a holy house for Israel, and the foundation of the Holy of Holies for Aharon, true witnesses for the judgment, and chosen by the will of all to atone for the land and to render the wicked the retribution. This, the community, is the tested rampart, the precious stone that does not move, whose foundations shake or tremble from their place. It will be the most holy dwelling for Aharon, eternal knowledge of the covenant of justice, and in order to offer a pleasant aroma, and it will be a house of perfection and the truth in Israel, right? To establish a covenant in compliance with the everlasting decrees. And these will be accepted in order to atone for the land and decide the judgment of the wickedness in perfect behavior, and there will be no iniquity. There's always going to be iniquity in TK. Always. Now let's jump down right here. This is the study of the law which commanded through the hands of Moshe. Let me make sure I'm at the right spot. Yeah, 15 through 18. Yeah. Through the hands of Moshe, in order to act in compliance with all that he has revealed from age to age, and in accordance. Oh no, I'm at the wrong. I'm Salika. I'm at 8. I'm sorry about that. I'm at 8. I'm sorry about that. Damn, my bad. I don't want to take up too much time. So I just go to the most this is the punishments. Yeah, this is the punishments. Okay. And he will be excluded, and whoever speaks with his fellow with deception or knowingly deceives him will be punished for 6 months. So that's a year and a half. And if he is negligent to his fellow, he will be punished for 3 months. Now, your God, was he not negligent with you with the website?
Yup.
So that's 3 times. So
3 times you were 3 separate occasions.
So that's 2 years and 3 months. Yeah, 2 years and 3 months. God.
Yo, can I read a scripture, yo? Can I read a scripture, yo?
No, man. You at the back. No, man. Sit down.
Yo, let me pop this scripture off real quick. Let me get this off real quick. And I wanna piggyback off my man. Yeah. You think he the best scripture reader in here? I got one for you, yeah. I got one for you, brother. You ain't let's all eat today. Let's eat the word of Yah today. Let's eat. Let's all eat. Let's eat. I'm gonna go to Proverbs 15. This is what it reads. I'm reading from the Stone Editions to Knock, and this is what it reads. It says, "A gentle reply turns away wrath, but a galling word incites anger. The tongue of the wise will enhance wisdom, but the mouth of fools will sprout foolishness." Let me continue on. "The eyes of Yah are everywhere, seeing the evil and the good. A soothing tongue is a tree of life, but corruption of its damage is damage of the spirit. A foolish one despises his father's discipline, but he who harbors reproof will become clever. The house of the righteous is greatly fortified, but with the arrival of the wicked it becomes sullied. The lips of the wise spread knowledge, but not so the heart of fools." What side are you on? Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. I'm gonna start back at verse 6. Now again, we're at 2 years and 3 months. However, if he is negligent with the possessions of the community, achieving to loss, he shall replace it in full. And if he does not manage to replace it, he will be punished for 60 days. And whoever feels animosity towards his fellow for no cause will be punished for 6 months. So what cause did you have to feel animosity towards the brothers? So that's 2 years and 9 months right now. Is that right, you got?
Yep.
2 years and 9 months. And likewise, for anyone retaliating for any reason, whoever utters with his mouth, whoever utters with his mouth futile words, 3 months. So that's 3 years right there.
Yep.
Because he always speaking futile words, coming on the chat talking about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Gossiping about people. Just to say this real quick, we had that chat that was supposed to be strictly for discussion of the Ibrit, of the Hebrew language. He came on there gossiping about Davon Mays and then gossiping about Amber.
He did do that.
Yeah.
He did do that. And it was almost like it was on purpose, just to cause the confusion in the room, so nothing to be going in no saying no progress.
Yeah. So that's 3 full years.
To change the mood up, like.
Yep. So I'm gonna go down to 15 through 18, and I only have a few more points after that. 15 to 18. And whoever takes out his hand to gesticulate with it shall be punished 10 days. And whoever goes round defaming his fellow shall be excluded for 1 year from the pure food of the many. So the pure food, I was trying to bring that up to date. Maybe for a year, you can't, like, you're banned from any chat for a full year. Whatever's going on in the brothers, you should not know about that. You understand? When we're breaking bread with each other, you can't eat that. So it's 3 years of banishment and 1 year without being in a chat. If you're about this, right? And shall be punished. However, whoever goes around defaming the many, he shall be expelled from their midst and will never return. And whoever complains against the foundation community shall be expelled and will not return. So this one right here, whoever goes around defaming the many shall be expelled from the midst and will never return. So that rule right there supersedes the other thing, the other judgments. He shouldn't be here. If you really about this, you should leave and never come back. So again, like I said earlier, you could never be a part of the Nazarene community. Never. Because a lot of people may not know this. If you do your research, the Essenes ban, or the Nazarenes, Essenes, they ban anger. You could get kicked out for for showing anger. Now go to Ecclesiastes 7 and 9 and see what it says about anger, and see if that's not Judah Natzarah to the T. So just real quick, Like I say, this is what you claim you believe in. This is what you should be about, right? So let's see what the Creator says. Because this is a good one right here. I really praise Yah for this. Leviticus 18:5. Going back to Leviticus, you claim you're a Levitical teacher. You claim you got all the Levitical knowledge. So let's see what it says in Leviticus. Leviticus 18:5, right? And you shall guard my laws and my right rulings, which if a man does and lives by them, I am Yahweh. So how in the world does he live by this if he's not willing to do what it says? Ezekiel 20:3 says the same thing. I'm going to just get it real quick. It says the same thing, just real quick. But the house, oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Ezekiel 20:13, Salika. But the house of Yasharal rebelled. You know, like we've been saying, you're rebellious. But the house of Yasharal rebelled against me in the wilderness. They did not walk in my laws, and they rejected my judgments, which if a man does, he shall live by them. See, you say I go to a synagogue, but the brothers and sisters in there, we actually trying to live by them. The brothers on the panel, we're sincerely trying to do this Torah, this law. Are you? I say that you're not. I unequivocally say that you're not, and I know that you're not. Once I started going through this stuff, and if the people in the public who's listening right now, or who may listen to this, I don't see how you cannot be convinced by going through these rules and regulations and these torah that he is not about this, right? So this is 1QS 8. I'm gonna go 1 through 7 real quick. Let me just try to 1 through 7. Okay. In the community council, there shall be 12 men and 3 priests, perfect in everything that has been revealed from all the law, to implement truth, justice, judgment, compassionate love, and unassuming behavior to one, excuse me, unassuming behavior of one to another. Okay. That's the way we're supposed to treat each other. Leviticus, what is it? 17 and 19, no, 19 and 17, I believe. To preserve faithfulness in the land with firm purpose and repentant spirit in order to atone for the sins by doing justice. You know what I'm saying? This is how we're supposed to treat each other. You can go to Exodus 19:6, Exodus 15:26, and it's right there. Why aren't you following this, Judah? Why don't you follow this? You claim you're the teacher. Why don't you follow this? But you want to be a debater. You want to be a debater, right? You really want to be a debater. So check this out. Check this out right here. This is 1QS 9 verse 16. Promote him, and thus shall. Oh man, let me see it. Yeah. Now check this out. Before I go into this, we used to beg Judah for temple teachings, like in the private offline temple teachings.
Yes, sir.
And he agreed to it. He vowed to us that he would do it. And I remember the night that it came around, Amber posted in the chat, "Are we doing the class tonight?" And nobody said anything. Like he was just missing. He was just gone. Right? Now check this out. Promote him, and thus shall his love, and thus shall be his hatred. He should not reproach or argue with the men of the pit, but instead hide the counsel of the law in the midst of the men of injustice. He should reproach with truthful knowledge and with just judgment those who choose the path, each one according to his spirit, according to the regulation of the time. He should lead them with knowledge, and in the way teach them the mysteries of wonder and of truth in the midst of the men of the community, so that they walk perfectly one with another in all that has been revealed to him. So it says you should not reproach or argue in the with the men of the pit. So why you want to always want to go in the debate league? Why was that your thing to go in the debate league? If you know this DSS, if you read this, why you so comfortable with going over the Sonetta and now you want to go over the ISUPK to debate with them? But it says to hide, you should not reproach or argue with the men of the pit, but instead you should hide the counsel from them. They shouldn't even, if the temple man was so true, they shouldn't even really like know about that. They shouldn't even be like, you shouldn't even really like talk to them about that, because that's not what it says to do. But it says that you shall reproach with truth and knowledge with those who choose to walk the path. We chose to be in TK to learn, but you kept turning your back on us. You know what I'm saying? When we asked you for those offline temple teachings.
You ever get them, yeah?
Nope, never got them. But I
was saying that they was gonna send it right to you.
But I used to get weird emails. I mean, weird spam started coming after that. Now, I'm not saying it was him, but after I posted my email to get those notes, I started getting weird emails, and I had to block it. So, bro, you going against what this says, and you can go like to Psalms 1:1. Let me just get that real quick, and Psalms 26:4. Also Jeremiah 15:7, Proverbs 3:27, Micah 2:1. But let me just get these Psalms verses real quick, which these are known. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? These are very well-known verses. Psalms 1:1. Blessed is the man who shall not walk in the counsel of the wrong, and shall not stand in the path of sinners, and shall not sit in the seat of the scoffers. But yet you want to be over there. But then you be like, well, TK ain't about nothing. Y'all, hey, some of us are trying to do exactly what the scriptures say. Why we got to go over there? You know what I'm saying? Why we got to go be around scoffers? Nah, bruh. And you can't criticize us for that. Psalms 26:4. I have not sat with men of falsehood, nor do I enter with pretenders. All right. You can't say that, Judah. You really can't say that. And to end it off, this is the last point I wanna end off with. And before I do, I wanna reach I want to specify a statement I made when I sent in a recording to your God, and he played it on a session one night. When the brother Avanya, he said that name, he was incorrect about the ba. The ba does not mean whatever he said. The ba means with. And then he said fa, which does mean mouth. And then he said met. And I said that doesn't mean death. Well, it can mean death. The wow in the middle is weak, so it can fall off, and you would still have the M and the T, the meme and the thou. But if you do it with the Lashawan Kadash, it would say moth. If you say it with the vowing, it would be mate. It's not met. So I was a little off on that, so I wanna clarify that. He wasn't correct in what he said, but when I went home and was thinking about it, I was like, I was kind of off. So I just wanted to clarify that, for edification purposes. So once again, if you're gonna say that, you would say moth if you're using Lashawan Kadash, and you would say mate if you're using the vowing. So I've been getting on Judah. I said what I had to say about the elder over there. I said what I had to say to SOJ. Now to that brother again, I'm gonna go to 1Q28A1. 1. Let me get there real quick. And this is verse 20. This is to you, Avanya. No man who is a simpleton shall enter the lot to hold office in the congregation of Israel. Hey, bro, man, keep your mouth shut, man, because you really don't know anything that you're talking about. And I'm saying that to you. You talk about Chris as if he got scared of you. Nah, bro. you're like very lightweight. Someone who don't think that a turd has an anus is not the type of person that should be teaching Israel anything. And to prove this, let's go to Deuteronomy 32. No, let's go back to Leviticus. Y'all are Levites, right? Let's see what Leviticus has to say. Leviticus 21:17 through 23. Speak to Aharon, saying, no man of your offspring throughout the generation who has any defect. Remember, this is spiritual. It's mental. Do you have a mental defect? Is to draw near to bring the bread of Elohim. For any man who has a defect is not to draw near. A man blind, a blind man, or a lame, or disfigured, or deformed. Now check. A man who has a broken foot or a broken hand, or is a hunchback or a dwarf, or a man who has a defect in his eyes. So if you have a defect, now I didn't mark it. I'm surprised. I think it's the word for lame. I think that's the word, but the word is moom. If you use the vowel, it would be mawam. If you use the Lashawan Kadash. Now, for edification purposes, go to Deuteronomy 32:5, and look up that word in there. Or you can go to Job 31:7, and you can see, and if you look in the BDB, you can see that word figuratively is talking about a defect, a moral defect, right? So TK, Judah Natzarah, and Avanya, you have a moral defect, bro. You can't approach Yah. And with that, I'm saying, Nahalil Yah, you know what I'm saying? Lift this, I done put a heavy stone on top of you. You say that we don't get into the scriptures. Dude, you know how many scriptures I just broke down and showed this is you? You see how much I went through the DSS and showed that this is you? You think we don't get scriptures over here? You think that y'all ain't dealing with us? Okay, lift this stone off of you then. Remember, I'm not important. So lift the stone up, bro. And before I end off, like I said, I was going to deal with this Yiddish thing real quick. I'm going to be doing another lesson on the Witchfinder General's channel. And it's going to be based on the language. Since Judah, I'm talking to you. Since you said I speak Yiddish, I'm going to make it my purpose, my goal to destroy Lashawan Kadash. This language that you hold, this dialect, because it's not a language, this dialect that you hold on to so much as true, I'm going to make it my purpose to destroy it and to show everybody that this is a fake language. That's going to be my purpose, because you lit a fire under me saying that I speak Yiddish, right? Now, I had already told you, God, I wanted to do this lesson. And we've already had certain discussions about it. But I am going to destroy this language, this dialect. I'm going to show that you don't know grammar and that you truly cannot speak the Ibrit. And to deal with this Yiddish thing, just to throw out a little, not even an appetizer, just to let you smell the aroma of what I got cooking up. The word for commandments in the Ibrit, the word, if using the voweling, is mizwah. Mizwah. If you use the Lashawan Kadash, it's mazawah. Mazawah. The word for commandments in Yiddish is gebot. Gebot. And with that, I yield. Hallelujah.
Yeah. Our praises go to Yah. That was a beautiful lesson you did today. Beautiful lesson. Yeah, once again, Killah B, the Witchfinder General. Laid another one down on old Judah Nasty. We got a line on the panel. Chris Harris. Yeah. That's it. We showing and proving. We got the receipts. Ain't nobody can say we don't have no. Hey, my man hiding. You can't hide from the Finder General. We got some more lessons coming up, and I told y'all we're gonna switch it up. We can switch it up. We're gonna keep switching it up too. We have some more great shows for you. Wide variety of things and stuff we got coming you guys' way. So hook your boy up, hitting that like button. Please
make sure you play that mic before we bounce.
Yeah, for sure. Yup. So brother online.
Yes, sir.
What do you think of this lesson here we had tonight?
Beautiful lesson. It was really needed. Like you said, man, you know, like it says in the book of Exodus, you know, in all things be circumspect. We got to be circumspect when we walking in this knowledge, man. And it seems that Judah Nazareth has been walking circumspect, you know, towards, you know, the brethren that came across his path, or even towards, you know, his own self. And let, you know, what he's going through right now, or what he's doing right now, be a lesson to the rest of us of how the Most High operates. We can't get so puffed up with knowledge that we think that, you know what I'm saying, we got it all, but we don't. Like life is, you know, we should always be learning new things, especially in the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? We should never stop learning. We should never stop, you know, growing as a people, as a nation of people. And when you find yourself where you have reached your cap and you're learning, you need to re-examine yourself. And that's the lesson that we all need to take from this incident that's going on right now with Judah Nazareth. Again, I love the brother. I hope he repent, but that's up to the Most High. You know, he has a hard heart. And just like, you know, the Most High hardened Pharaoh's heart, the Most High possibly hardened Judah Nazareth's heart. But if Judah Nazareth, you know, if he knows what's good, he should humble himself, take the correction, and take, you know what I'm saying, you know, the judgment. You know, the scripture says knowledge puffeth up. So he can't claim that, you know, he got all this knowledge, but yet he doesn't apply it in his own life. That's called hypocrisy. That's a false balance according to what the Torah says. So that's my take on, you know, the brother Yumiel's lesson, and, you know, beautiful lesson. And hopefully we'll have more to come from this brother, you know, as well as, you know, the brother Chris Harris.
Okay. Yeah, and I just wanted to add a couple more caveats. Like, yo, Judah, man, you say you can speak 5 languages, but why at your party you were speaking in English? Like, why was you on some? This is kind of like Super Mario Kart, but not as fun. Why wasn't you like ching choing waka doing ching ma going? Like, why wasn't you speak? Why wasn't you speak with a house full of Japanese people, but you speak in English? Like, you can't speak. Only language you speak is English, dude. Like, come on. And then you try to say like no. You heard him say like nobody should go to school. You should just read the Torah. But supposedly he has a school. Like, what type of sense did that make? I got a school, but you shouldn't go to school.
That's because the majority of the crap that goes up in his mind he got from some of these One West camps, particularly GMS. That's who he idolized. That's who he wanted to be like.
Yep.
That's what he tried to turn TK into, a GMS.
Everybody knows.
He already been caught out there and saying that to heart's man of the Lord. So we already know what's in his mind. Like the scripture says, so if a man thinketh, so is he. So
Admit. We all know that you the prop in that school, Judah. You the skeleton in the corner. You know what I'm saying? That they point at, like, look at this Negro. Got ketchup all over your face. Y'all seen that video? I ate too many hamburgers. Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? Because your wife told you to do that. Because I told you to do that. You don't work, so you got to do it. You don't run your house, man. And stop trying to get on the internet acting tough. You are a beta male. And let me just read this. This is Proverbs 6:12. Adam Belial Ish Awan Holek Ik Shot Fe Koretz Be'enau Molel Berag La More Be'ez Be'ot Tau. I'm gonna end it on that, man. Killah, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, bro. Trying to man chat up in this mug.
Yeah, just like Alon was saying, like, you know, we always love the brother, but it's the foreskin of your tendencies, bro. It's gotten too much. Just like we were saying earlier, the brother Zamar, he's seen it. You know, the elder, he's seen it, and he's gotten away from you, gotten away from TK. Like, y'all dudes over there, grow up here. You know what I'm saying? And see that he is not anyone to idolize. I didn't get to bring it out, but just like it says, I believe in Deuteronomy, show no partiality. Do not be afraid of the face of any man. Like, when you judge somebody, you judge fairly and righteously. So look at this whole situation. Look at the wholeness of this situation. Why did I leave years ago, came back, the same crap is going on, and left again? Last time I wasn't speaking out. This time I'm speaking out. Because it's getting ridiculous. And people on the internet are being brought into a bunch of folly and arguing, just being a distraction. It's just all a distraction. Just like, you know, like the brother Chris was saying earlier, you know, this thing, they are identifying the quote unquote black Hebrew Israelites as a threat. You know what I'm saying? We watched that video today. And there's another video of a good brother. He went on Fox and he really broke it down to them. They were trying to get him, but he really broke it down to them. But they trying to, you know, put a pin in us as being extremists. So if you're not walking with wisdom, you're just proving them right. And don't worry, when I do that teaching on Lashawan Kadash and the true language, yo, trust me. I got too many mores. I got too many Kohanes. I got too many people that I can reach out to. You stuck in a box, bro. You stuck in a box with some. You just stuck in a box. You burnt your bridges. Ain't nobody you can reach to. Yeah, you can call on Yahweh, but it's gonna fall. Your cry is gonna fall straight to the ground.
They'll learn. Yeah, man, this is like, how can somebody just come out with all this stuff and you sit there and you can't address any of the information? Know what I mean? Any other day, he'll be up on the live stream. See, look at the scripture here. Look at the scripture here. Look at this. Look at that. Dude's been silent. Dude shut down all his videos.
Yeah, he know he got. That's like when somebody was you getting bullied or somebody getting bullied and they be like, I don't care. I don't care he took my hat. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? That's what he doing.
Yeah. And it's the quiet one that sat in the corner that's doing it.
Yep.
Oh man. Let's see what's going on in the chat. We got Lex the Luciferian up in this mug. Shout out to Lex the Luciferian. You got William Grit up in here.
The Gnostic, Lex the Gnostic.
He said Lex the Gnostic.
Vocab Malone.
Vocab Malone here? What?
Oh, hell no.
Over here. Lydia Miller Brooks. Who else we got?
Oh, Lydia. Shalom to Lydia.
We got Humble King, Mr. Humble King.
Oh, Humble King, man. What you doing, man? See,
he got the big talk tonight. The big talk.
Yeah, man. Like you over there on Judas, like co-signing. Yo, come on, man.
You want to know how I know so much?
Maybe you should have gotten a check.
Oh man.
Anybody who's on Judas' side right now is, they're idol worshiper, man. Real talk.
Okay.
You ain't no better than these camps that y'all rant and rave about all day long.
And everybody got their niche, man. You can just do you.
Right.
Whatever you like to do, that's what you do.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, man. Like, if you feel the Most High, then you will keep his commandments, like it says in Psalms 111 and 10, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's where your understanding is going to come from at the end of the day. Not no, you know what I'm saying, esoteric nonsense ain't got nothing to do with Israel's salvation, man. Like, that's what Judas is trying to push, and then you not even teaching it. So you promote some shit that you don't even know about.
Oh.
That's how the Most High will show you to your face, man. You know what I'm saying? Scripture says, keep my commandments and live.
Yeah.
And that's when me and David Israel, we were just, trying to spit these commandments about what's going on in our community, trying to relate real life, everyday situations to what we going on to this book, man. But every time you come on, Judah, let's talk about GMS. Oh, IUIC sold out to the Rosicrucians. Oh, Tazidakia, General Yohana, this person, that person, Sakari, this person, that, and it just gets tiring. It gets tiring. But yet, the whole time you living in a glass house. It don't make sense. It don't make sense, brother.
Somebody call the police.
Somebody
call the police.
and it's sad. And that's another thing, too. You like to call people Masons all the time. And it makes me wonder, like, dude, you have a very big, fascination with Freemasonry, dude. Like, you calling everybody Masons, but yet every video you had back in the day, you never, hesitated a chance to show your Freemasonic literature. But we're Masons, based on a disagreement.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Hiram Key and Manly P. Hall and Myron C. Fagan and all of these Masonic scholars in your house. But because of a man that's in the camp, oh, he's a Mason. Like I said, you believe me and you KOIC is Masons, bring the receipts out. Bring up the directory. You know what I'm saying? I already gave you my government name. Pull it up, nigga. You ain't gonna find shit.
Oh, we got mad receipts on you. Mad receipts on you.
Mad, ridiculous receipts.
And let me give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to Mike G. Because you know what I'm saying, he keeps it real. He kind of like a counselor. And let me give a shout out to King Kosher. You know what I'm saying? He ain't been around. You know what I'm saying? But your guy, you remember when he left the check?
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Like, I never really knew what was going on with that.
See, this is what it was, and forgive me.
By the way, shout out to King Kosher.
Yeah, forgive me if you don't, for saying this if you don't want it out there. But Kosher, he in Charlotte with me. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Yeah, me, him, and Mike G, we are hooked up. But and once he left, I think I waited till that weekend and I called him, and he was like, "Bro, man, I'm telling you, man, ain't nothing going on in there. Ain't nothing going on in there but a bunch of folly." And Trey Tail was still in there, and
Yeah.
he was like, man, he was just telling, man, he was telling me some things, and everything has came into fruition, man. Because he was like, "Yo, man, Judah's a Christian on the low, bro." like, like this was back then. You know what I'm saying? He saw it
Yeah.
then, and he was telling me things like, "Bro, I'm telling you, this how it's gonna go. This is what it's gonna go." And he was like, "I don't want to be a part of it." And he was like, that temple man, I see now by being inside the chat that there's no application to it. He was like,
Nope.
just how the Moors, they spit that knowledge, they spit that G, but they
Right.
don't apply it. He was like,
Exactly.
that's the same thing Judah's doing
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
temple man. He's spitting that G, but he don't know how to apply it, if it can be applied. And man, he told me so much, and I'm telling you, everything that he told me happened. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I want to give a big shout out to King Kosher, Ryan the Seer.
Yeah. Shalom. Shalom, King Kosher. Yeah. We call it you're just as deep as shallow water, which ain't deep at all.
Oh,
You
damn.
know. When and again, man, it's so many receipts on this dude now that's coming out. And there's more to come. You know, you bore false witness, you mess up a lot of people's lives, you throwing curses on people, you raising false reports, you causing many to rest in judgment via they standing against the blood of their own brethren. This is what you're doing. But yet you're protecting an Edomite who's into wedgies and lolly porn. You will protect him, but you won't protect somebody like the brother Shalimar, who's trying his damnness to take care of his family. And when he had called out for financial assistance from brothers in Israel, you got mad at him.
Oh.
Just like the brother you call. He going through mental issues, and he thought at one point Torah Nights was a place where he could get edified with brothers that he could relate to, but you made fun of his mental anguish.
Oh.
Man, that's wicked, man. That's wicked. Cause I have someone that's close to me and they have mental anguish, man. I've never,
Yeah.
what I'm saying? That's to see what they got to go through, and then for it to be like you, because it's even stressful on you, but
Right.
it's more stressful on them
Right.
because
Right.
they can't just turn it off. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
And that's the thing. And it's these people that have these problems in their life, they're the most sincere. They want to serve the Most High. They want to please the Most High. And all on top of that, they want to be surrounded by people who want the same goals. But when you have people who have alternative motives,
Yep.
who have hidden agendas, that's where problems come in.
Yep.
So
It's funny, man. They try real hard too. They try real hard.
yeah, you can't say that everybody around you is wicked when everybody's saying the same thing about you. The scripture
Mhm.
said, "The mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, let every word be established." If
God,
you stabbing people in the back, you're going in DMs talking behind people's back instead of dealing with that brother or that sister face to face if you have an issue.
and was
Like
up
I
on here
was
lying. Talking about he went to everybody. He ain't come to me.
right, he ain't come to
I
me
ain't heard
either.
from him since shit. The day we left the chat. How long was that? That was like shit. That feel like 2 months ago.
Yeah. It's like I went to him more times than he came to me. Why? Because I knew that anytime I went to him, he was bogus and doing something.
Yep.
You talked about you stabbed everybody in the back. The people that was gung ho for Judah Nazareth, Trey Tell, Ariyah, the brother Yakinan. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. You stabbed everybody in the back. You know Trey Tell was going the hardest. He don't like black women. He make that be known in every video he do. He's an Israelite Tommy Sotomayor.
Yep.
But you entertained that though. And then you up all in Amber's DMs talking shit about Chris, calling Trey Tell a Hamite, saying Josh is a weed head. you call Ariyah a bitch ass nigga. All this stuff.
8,000 miles away.
8,000 miles away. You say all this stuff behind people's back. You call me a Mason and all of that. But yet, no one has said anything evil towards you at all. Any problem we had towards you, we came to you. Yep. We didn't go on the internet blasting you like Rob Rack and Kanala Y did off top. We went to you, brother.
Yes, sir. That's
what real men of the Lord do, man. That's what real men of Yahweh do.
And y'all saw the receipt tonight?
Yeah, man. So, I don't know what your problem is. You got a very mental illness, man. That narcissism is going to kill you if you don't repent. That narcissistic personality disorder is going to kill you if you don't repent. Mm-hmm. Israel does not revolve around Judah Nazareth. Israel does not revolve around your circle, your doctrine, your mind, your belief. It's bigger than you.
Yep.
Call the police.
Somebody call the police. And like, someone in the chat asked earlier about why is he saying call the police? Like, I wouldn't call the police for nothing. And like, I replied like, hey, if somebody Judah Nazareth will blow you up, you don't have to. About. Yeah, he said he don't understand what's the point of calling the police. And I said, yo, if somebody blow your ass up, you won't have a chance to understand. You know what I mean? He said, I don't call the police for nothing. If somebody blew up my family, I won't call the police. That's a damn lie.
Yeah, he a lie. Stop.
That's a damn lie.
You know what that is?
Unless you could blow niggas up. Somebody blow up your fucking shit. You think, what are you gonna do? You think you're gonna blow motherfuckers up?
Man, it's like that episode of Boondocks with Bushido Brown, man. Bushido Brown got killed by Red Fox, and then the police came and killed the hateocracy. And Riley Film like, oh yeah, the police. I mean, who snitched? That's fucked up, yo.
Yep. What they are, they're not honest with themselves. They playing a role.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
And yeah, I blocked you. You can make a whole nother account. You can make another account. I don't care. You're irrelevant. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're out here trying to get shine.
Now look.
Beat an argument. Like, you know what I mean? So you get a little shine. I know that. Hey, bro, I'm probably twice your age.
What does it say in the Torah about not letting innocent blood?
And while he was doing all of that, he wasn't listening to what you were saying.
Yeah. You know they ain't listening. I expect this to have the lowest views on.
And I blocked you. You disrespected one of my panelists. That's why I blocked you.
Who was this?
Humble King.
Oh, it's Humble King. And it's just like I'm saying it to you, Humble King. Why are you over there co-signing and then coming over here? You know what I'm saying? Like on some, like you're not really trying to weigh the issue. You're just trying to be like a pet. You're trying to be like a spy, man. If you're really a humble king,
that's what I do,
you know what I'm saying. Your whole character, your whole judgment on this situation will be different. And this person, I mean, talking about they wouldn't call the police. But what does the Torah say? You ain't supposed to let innocent blood fall to the ground.
It don't matter if you ain't got. Hold on, Joe. It don't matter if you ain't got no beef with Yem. Yem calling it what it is. So whether you like Yem or not, you think Yem gonna get off your ass? Like, come on, man, grow up.
Exactly.
King, I got a question right here. This is Israel. I got a question for you, nigga. Why are you
This is
sitting
how
up
we
here
roll, in case you
antagonizing
don't know.
brothers? Why are you sitting up here antagonizing brothers giving their testimony? Why don't you go ask Judah Nazareth the same questions we've been asking him for weeks now?
Okay.
Why don't you go ask him
ask
about
him,
his adulterous tendencies? Why don't you go ask him about his homosexual tendencies? Why don't you go ask him about his occultic tendencies? That's what you need to go do.
the
Don't be
foreskin of
don't
his.
be a biased witness, nigga.
Ask him about the foreskin of his tendencies.
Right, con. Don't be a biased witness, bro. Don't do that.
And I call
That's
the police because
the
they're the zookeepers. They keep all the animals in line. That's what I call them. Because I ain't got time for that. I got more important things to do.
Oh man, the zookeepers.
Yep, that's what I call them, the zookeepers. They keep all the animals in line.
And now, say if somebody breaks into somebody's house and say like assaults, say like my mother-in-law. If I call the ambulance, the police is gonna come first. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
That's the protocol every time.
Yeah. So what is these people talking? They ignorant, man. That's why I'm saying like I'm tired of this
shit.
I'm tired of this adolescence. Adolescence stuff.
I'm sorry to cut you off.
Nah, go ahead.
They ain't no nigga on the internet yapping in chats that deal with that shit. Anybody that ain't calling the police, you won't find them motherfuckers on here. Fact.
And then two, how many shows have I been on?
Yep.
This is the second show. You know what I'm saying? So why you all up in your butt? You know what I'm saying? Why you all up in your emotions, man? Maybe because I'm hitting too hard. Is that it?
Hey, Ezekiel 3, make your face hard against their face. They are rebellious ass people. Simple as that.
Hallelujah.
Israel rebellious as hell.
And the Torah can never divide us. You see all those nights that left, how they all came back?
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
How we all repented?
Yep.
You look like a damn fool.
And that's
you want your little shine, here goes your shine. This is your shine right here. You looking like a damn fool.
And everybody heard my testimony. So
I said nothing about him. I said nothing. Why you? He telling you.
Everybody heard my testimony, man. When he decided he wanted to stop bullshitting and actually come on Torah Nights Radio, he tried to make it all about him. Go ahead, Judah. Say I'm bearing fault. Say I'm lying. Go ahead, say I'm lying. Because I could go get Kadasha War. I could go get the brother Ernesto, the brother Masada. Go say I'm lying, Judah. I dare you. I triple double dare you, nigga. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And to you, humble king, his name came out of his mouth. He was speaking about me on the Shabbat, bearing false witness against me. If you was here at the beginning, I dealt with all of that. And I showed the receipts and I showed the video that disproves everything he said about me. And to those people who, like I say, who think Yiddish is just like that dude Solomon Campbell.
This nigga want to get on. For what? What you getting on for? He want to know how I know all this occult knowledge. It's called reading, nigga. He want to know how my logo.
The internet is undefeated. It turned Negroes into straight dumbasses. Oh
right?
My God.
You make your own.
Internet is undefeated.
Do your own live stream, nigga. He want to know why my logo was the way my old logo was the way it was, right?
And that's an old logo.
My video. I told him he must have been under the spell. He came on trying to bait an argument. Know what I mean? So he's a little like punk ass get a little shine and shit, but nope.
Listen, you little argument likes. Do something better with your time instead of causing division amongst Israel, man. Y'all niggas is feet is swift to run and mischief like Proverbs.
But we see where he was before. You see where he was. Like, he been exposed. Judah Nazareth been exposed. You still over there.
Yep.
Come on, man.
Hey, stop and humble king, man. when Judah was lying on Azania, Yahweh music, humble king, you was like, well, why you gonna interrupt them just to deal with him lying on you? Why shouldn't he? If somebody lied on you, Okay, humble king, check this out. Why do you wear pantyhose when you go to work?
Exactly. Same thing you just did to me. Yeah, exactly.
See that? See how
You
that
know,
feel?
you see,
It don't
grow
feel
up.
good when the shoe on the foot and on the other foot do it.
Why do you suck a pacifier while sitting on your motorcycle? You know,
It's folly. It's folly. You
why
look
you
It ain't
sucking on your
funny.
pacifier drinking
you
milk,
don't want
man?
to run. And
It
you
ain't funny.
scared to leave because you look
It ain't
soft.
funny when it ain't funny when the sheep got the shears now do it.
Now it's just it's folly. It's folly.
Yeah.
It ain't funny when the sheep got the shears now do it.
Now take that
I'm gonna
same
cut
And
down.
lens
look,
and
William
look
Britt
at
told you.
Judah.
The white man told you. He told you earlier. That's why I said don't even fall into it. It's just gonna make you dumber.
That's sad, man. This is sad, bro.
No,
That's why.
don't try to be all Mr. Humble King now, nigga. You was that dude like 15 minutes ago. But anyway, let's continue on the show. He ain't got nothing to say. Chat boy tear his ass up and shit. Shout out to Basil. Basil in the building. Camden in
Basil.
Pluck, 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 pluck.
It's crazy, man.
Bong, bong.
That's it. Chris Harris. Chris Harris, where you at, Chris Harris?
He dropped off, I guess.
Yeah, he been dropped off.
Oh, he dropped off?
Yeah.
We're gonna burn him up, line him up. Burn all
let me say this too, man. I really hope that this was edifying for people. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just lay in the cut, like, you know, me and your guy talked about this, you know, I'm just kind of in the cut, you know what I'm saying, just observing. But I didn't want to come on here and like act a clown to a clown. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to, you know, reprove a fool and you'll catch that strike, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to be like him. So I hope all of this was edification for the people to see, like, for a cult leader to see the characteristics of a cult leader. If you claim that you about something, then be about that life. You know what I'm saying? How many times have I cussed on this whole? And I've been emotional.
Falling out to that, like, you know what I mean? I told you that at the beginning, like.
Well, you always known you to be a chill, laid back brother, man. You ain't never been a rah-rah type dude. Not to say that you're soft, you know, I'm not insinuating that, but you always been a calm spirited brother, like your brother Josh. You know what I'm saying? You always had something wise to say and bring the conversation. I think that we need more of that, you know what I'm saying, in Israel, man. It's too many rah-rah. Everybody got something to prove cats in Israel, man. You know?
And I like to say one more thing too. If that brother had respect for Yem, he's doing his lesson, he wouldn't be in the chat saying stuff like that.
Exactly.
And wanting to disrupt the chat and disrupt the whole live stream. And when he got ejected, he should have understood. He should have known why he got ejected. But what? Look, he do. Come back under another name.
Right.
But he respect Yem. See?
Nah.
But see, it's not me he disrespected. He disrespecting Yahweh.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? His words is coming out, and look how you acting.
They don't want correction, man.
He saw the level that we was on today, and that's why. Any other day, he wasn't talking that shit yesterday.
Sure won't.
When that energy was on, he wasn't talking that shit yesterday.
Nope.
He wasn't talking the other times. We pulling out all that shit. But today, he won't pull that. Unbelievable. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Shout out to the chat. William Grip, Basil.
Big Basil.
Lillian Millbrook. The other nigga, Yahweh Music, shout out to you. I see you looking. All eyes on us. Living Little Bros. We got Solomon was up in here. I don't know if you're still watching. Lexi Luciferian is up in his mug. He was in and out, I guess. Vocab Malone. Holy Samurai Jerusalem. I see you was up in here. Shamiam. We talked to you, bro. Yeah, man. I think we had a few more people up there. Yeah, make sure you hit that like button. Damn, we 8-8. Come on, y'all. Damn.
Niggas mad at you, man.
They mad as hell, yo. They mad as hell.
Mad at the brother, man. Hey, all praise to Yahweh. Hallelujah.
Hey, and it wasn't no folly. No folly.
That's why I know I'm doing something right. Throw this like button up.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. That means we need more lessons coming out, man.
And there was another brother too who was like, well, I don't know, man, if you could make some more educational videos so brothers could like just come in the truth, could understand like what's going on and stuff. And we did it.
Yeah, I think next time we go live, I'm gonna go ahead and break down this whole government shutdown deal. That's been a hot topic that's been going on.
Yeah, I want to get into more like current events and like stuff that's going around the world.
Because I always tell people this: when you see the government shut down like this, it's the prime Israel for something that's going to come that's way worse.
Yep.
And that's what I tell brothers and sisters, that Jacob's trouble ain't just, FEMA camps, you know what I'm saying, New World Order. It's a gradual process. And if you're not meditating on the Most High, if you're not meditating on the Torah, you're going to get caught up in that wrath and not even know it.
And Alon, think about it too. It was a blood moon last week. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody really talking about that too.
You know what's else too? Like Judah Nazareth, doing his little thing and stuff around that date. That's crazy, yo.
And that's what got me too, man. Like you remember when the Day of Atonement came around last year. Well, it's still this year. He didn't say nothing in the chat about the Day of Atonement. Now that's the day when that's supposed to be a 3rd degree day. The master 3rd degree day. And he didn't say nothing. Didn't nobody in the chat even know it was the Day of Atonement. I had to let everybody know it was the Day of Atonement.
That's why I had to stop dealing with him. I'm like, what are you really teaching?
Every camp got their calendar.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then all
I got my high holy day calendar sitting right here up on the wall.
Yep.
So he ain't about that life, man. He ain't really about that life.
That's why I tell bros, I'm like, you need to copy the high holy day calendar. Holler at me, I got you.
And it's crazy, like you sit back and look at it too. Like every time it was like he would leave the chat, he would throw his fit and leave the chat. Chat would get mad productive.
Mm-hmm.
Know what I mean? And we heard who was hating on it. The one that was asking for all this stuff when they first came in there. When we started doing it, what they was doing, they started hating on it. Oh, that stupid ass question of the day. Remember that one?
Yeah.
But the nigga coming there every day, yo, who's doing lessons? Yo, it's crazy. I just be laughing, man. That's why I don't be saying that much. I used to just sit back and just be laughing and shaking my head.
Don't even know what time zone people in. Don't even know other people's work schedule.
Yep.
But who doing a lesson today,
Yeah.
You doing a lesson on frogs anatomy?
Yo, it's always the ones that bark up like that, yo, get shut down. Wait.
He said the frogs anatomy. God.
I'll beat you in any debate. I'm like, you like Bruce Leroy?
Right.
Name the topic. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Let's talk about water. Is water wet? Like, nigga, come on, man.
Yeah, those stupid questions.
You told one brother.
It's the earth flat around. Like, dude. It's the mitochondria DNA of the black woman dominant gene on planet Earth. Like, dude, where's that in the scriptures? That's what I want to know. Let's talk about building the infrastructure for our people, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's talk about the wars of the Most High and how we can learn from them, how we can plot and strategize and learn from our ancestors, bro. Let's talk about that. Because it seems like every time Israel lose a war, it's because it's a fuck nigga in the ranks that fucks him up. Always. No army on this earth can lose unless somebody in that army makes a mistake. And no nation can be destroyed without it being destroyed from the inside first. And that's what people got to realize. Anytime Israel went into captivity, it's because we broke the commandments of the Most High in some way, shape, or form. That's what people got to understand. Yes, the other nations did take it too far, and the time our calamity has an end, just like, Ezekiel 35th chapter says. But the primary reason why we suffer is because we are rebellious and lawless as hell. As a people. We can't take correction. We don't like order. We hate, listening to those who are, up there in age, who have more experience than us. We just stiff-necked, like the scripture says.
Yeah.
So we get what we got coming until we repent.
Yep. Yeah, that's why I tell people. They think, the white man do this. We doing that shit.
Right. And I wanted to add to that, Shalom back, everybody. I had to go to a meeting, stuff like that.
MVP.
That's right. I think Exodus 22:19. Let me get that right quick, because he asked, where does it say y'all supposed to hunt witches? Right? That's what he was asking. Exodus 22:18. It says, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live.
That's what
I'm saying.
This is what he said. And I'm going to answer this. And I'm going to show him the map. Hold on. Don't say nothing. I'm going to show him how. Because Yem ain't the only one on here good in his book.
Oh, my God.
Me and Yem went to war with one another now. But it was all scripture. It was never in slander. It was scripture on scripture. Which I won, by the way, if you ask myself. Because I caught him with that. Jeremiah. You never after that one. But anyway, y'all, listen. Look, that Exodus 22:18 says, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Now I know what a follower like Humble King is saying, or Humble Kid is saying. You'll sit back and say, well, it don't say hunt him down. Well, we're gonna go through the process and adjudicate it properly with the law. We're gonna go to Deuteronomy 13. Let's go to Deuteronomy 13, and it gives us the process on how to search out matters. And you have to search them out diligently. You just like the prophet and a real Messiah and Savior did, which was Joshua. What he did when he searched out the matter against Achan. He searched out the matter and went to all the tribes until he found those Babylonian garments. He told them to repent, but he said, your blood be on your own head for what you did, because you caused men to die. You see what I'm saying about because of what you were doing. So I got to get your ass up out of here. So that's all they doing, bro. They ain't sitting up there doing nothing unjustly. I didn't hear Yem say anything wrong tonight. Actually, it was about as clean as it gets. So on here, we dealing with scriptures. And let me say this. Christians can come over here to Killah B's channel. You can come to my channel, and I'll teach y'all what y'all need to do for y'all to stop believing in this human sacrifice, so y'all can get y'all mind straight and get up out of that nonsense that y'all reading with certain things. And it don't matter. We're not going to slander you. I'm not going to slander you. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not going to throw no go-by up in the air talking about you got to look at this and read this in order to be saved and loved by the creator of heaven and earth. So get on out of here with that, Humble King. You just been destroyed. You know what I'm saying? By yours truly. Call the police!
Somebody call the police!
That ain't never gonna die.
Let me read this real quick.
Get him.
Makashafa lo tahiyah. I just wanted to read that. That's thou shalt not suffer a witch to live, because that tahiyah, that's the name of my wife. So I just wanted to. And yes, wife, you was right. She said it like 5 years ago that Judah was a witch. So yes, wife, you was right.
Hallelujah. And that's the thing, talking about somewhere it say to kill witches. I mean, bro, it was a scenario with King Saul when he went to the witch Endor.
Yeah.
He counseled her so he could try to speak to the prophet Samuel. And King Saul told, listen, you summon the prophet, send me from the dead, I won't have to kill you. So what does that say?
Quiet now and shit, right?
Yeah, don't play with this word, man. Don't play with this thing. This is not a light thing to be taken, man. Souls is on the line. Y'all playing games in the chat. Y'all want to play games? Go to GameStop.
Gone.
Straight like that. Y'all want to play games? Go to GameStop. Go to MagFest. Go to these different cons and conventions that they have for video games. But when it comes to the word of the Most High, when it comes to edifying our people and waking up a dying nation, this is not a game to be played. Yes, we may laugh and joke and cut up from time to time, but ultimately our goal is to edify the nation of Israel. Period.
Amen.
Oh.
So, Humble King, anybody else that got some slick ass comment to say? If y'all so gung-ho for Judah, if y'all love Judah so much and on Judah's side, tell that dude to answer all the allegations that's been brought against him in the past, 3-4 weeks.
No, what they need to do is get in the chat and see exactly how he is.
Yep.
They ain't gonna do that. They're not gonna do that.
They under a spell.
They're gonna say, yeah, Khan, yeah, Chris Harris a Pan-Africanist. He worship Egypt. Yeah, that's right.
Nothing. Can't tell you shit about Africa or nothing.
Yeah, Killah be a CIA agent. Yeah, he's still with IUIC. That's right. Yeah.
I ain't know about that code now.
Yeah, Yim Yuel. Yeah, Yim Yuel, two-faced nigga. He don't know the Torah. Yeah, Alana Mason. Yeah, he in the Masonic camp. Yeah, Amber a thought. She a Jezebel. She a demon. Yeah. That's all y'all gonna do is co-sign shit. Y'all not gonna ask no questions. Y'all not gonna think for yourselves.
Pom-pom ass nigga.
Pom-pom ass.
The pom-pom lights. Unbelievable. Don't make no damn sense. Shit, this don't make no damn sense. Shout out to all the nights and stuff couldn't attend tonight. Amber, Zapara, Josh, Mervin, Lamar.
Shalom.
Yup, Mike G. Who else we got? Mike G. Who else up in that bar? Well, y'all know who y'all is. Y'all know who y'all is. Smack that like button for your brother.
I'm gonna say this though. This lesson tonight was an ethnic cleansing up in here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all like this. I don't know about y'all, but when I hear them words come out, man, I'll be all like, man, I would not want to be on the other side of what was delivered tonight by that man today. He brought that word out, y'all. You know what I'm saying? He brought it out.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to eat on, he did an Isaiah 55 on y'all today. Come eat. Come ye free.
And most importantly, and it was done in humility, man. That's the most important thing. He didn't attack the brother. He didn't call the brother out his name. He bred, thus saith the Lord.
That's right. He dealt directly with that, and that's it.
A heavy stone.
Yeah.
Hey, let's see you move that.
Don't get mad at you. Well, get mad at the outside.
Real quick. Does anyone in the chat do not understand what Chris Harris just brought out? Let's see.
You can come on in and I'll walk you through it. I know you don't study. You study
because besides Humble King.
Humble King, you just
he's still bucking up. He's still bucking up.
Hey, let me say this too. That Wax Dog account, yesterday that was on there. He was in the chat. So what I did was I went to Solomon's channel and I started looking at one of his old videos. Looking at one of the old videos on there because Matt Wax Dog is a moderator over there. So I clicked on the link over there. And Wax Dog got like 5,200 something subscribers, right? Man, I clicked on that Wax Dog. That man has 0 subscribers. I'm like, man, get out of here with this ghost account, man. I'm getting tired of this, man. This what Israel doing now. Y'all supposed to be God's chosen, and this how we acting. Come on, man.
But we're the agents though.
We're the agents.
We're the agents. But yet you seeing we out here trying to edify people, but we're the agents. How would we not going around making ghost accounts, trolling people, trying to mess up people's lives? We ain't got time for that. I know I ain't got time for that. I got a congregation to look after.
I tried to get a ghost account. That shit lasted for 3 seconds. I never had a ghost account. I never even had a ghost account ever.
Right.
Hey y'all, real talk. I'm about to get ready to go, man. I'm getting ready to cut up out of here, man. Hey man, look, stop making Palestinian bomb threats and saying, you know, Palestinian terrorists and all this stuff. All right, because ain't Muhammad is fake too. Anyway, so like I was saying, stop the folly, Israel. Hey y'all, let's grow up, build up, and love one another, man, and let's keep it pushing. MVP, sign out. Call the police.
And another thing I have to recognize too. One thing I have to recognize too. Shout out to the Hebrew Summit that happened in Atlanta this past weekend. I saw OT and Messianic brothers dwelling together in unity in Atlanta this past weekend. Shalom to all them congregations down there. That was a beautiful thing. Hallelujah. Shout out to House of David. Shout out to Cornerstone. Shout out to Sons of Thunder. House of Israel. Shout out to all you brothers, Messianic, non-Messianic, that was there at the Israelite Summit in Atlanta this past weekend. I saw the pictures. I saw the videos of y'all at camp. Y'all like to cook, y'all dwelling together in peace and unity. We need more of that, man. That was a big step for Israel, man.
We all family.
That was beautiful, man. That brought a tear to my. I'm like, wait a minute. Are them OT cats? Is that Nasi Yashville? Hold up. With Hassan? Oh, man. Almost boo-hoo like a baby when I seen that, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. That lets you know, man, that our redemption ain't far away from us, man. Because if we could all get on the same page, the Torah being our constitution as a nation, and us worshiping one God, one Father, which is Yahweh, we could get up out of here, man. Real talk. We could go home.
Okay.
1 Kings chapter 8, man. We just got to bethink ourselves in the land we carry captives and repent, truly repent. Not just saying, oh, Lord, I'm sorry, and then the next day go back to your old same wicked madness, but actually repenting, turning away from your sin and doing what's right in the eyes of the Most High. So yeah, shout out to the elders and House of David, and the rest of the camps that was part of that, you know, that event, man. You know, we saw some members from the Maccabean Alliance Council there. Shout out to Lines of Israel. Shout out to Alpha Omega Clan. You know, that was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? We'll see y'all at the end of April. You said what?
So you shot out a bunch of rap crews from the 80s or something.
Hey, that's what they call themselves. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to General Hishar Priest Don Yalla, man. Love y'all brothers, man. Yeah. That's all I had to say on that, man. That's what we do. We uplift each other, man, no matter what the doctrinal difference is, man.
While these other niggas uplifting evil.
Yeah.
They got Judah over there like Bishop Eddie Long. Remember? They got Humble King, Nagy, Devin.
Got that nigga like Bishop Eddie Long.
That's okay. They're gonna do their ritual, and Nagy gonna come out with the holy burrito. Remember they wrapped Eddie Long in the holy burrito? They came out that big old tour and they wrapped them up in it. Now what they gonna do?
Hey, yo, stop the bullshit you get, yo.
Yup. Oh, my nigga shit. I was waiting for that shit. Oh, my nigga shit right now.
Hey, dog, you said with the holy burrito.
Wrap them in the holy burrito. They come out with
holy burrito. Hey, yo, holy burrito by Hashem Taco Bell.
Oh, my God.
Wrap Judah Nazareth. Now self right up in there. The little earring dangling out.
Yo, this is what we do, man. We have fun, bro. We have fun in the spirit of the Most High,
Oh
bro.
yeah. Oh
It's
yeah.
all harmless, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
The holy burrito. Y'all never seen that though?
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it.
You know that Torah? They wrapped them in the Torah. They wrapped them up in the Torah.
And this was after the allegations.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what they doing over there.
Boy. I cannot wait to hear Judah's rebuttal, man.
Well, he ain't gonna rebut. Remember, I'm not important. I'm not important,
listen.
so he ain't gonna say
nothing.
nothing.
No, Judah gonna make a video. See, this how you can tell his feelings real hurt. When he say you're not important, but he going for 3.5 hours still talking about you anyway. Oh, you didn't hit a nerve out.
Nigga won't say my name. Nothing.
It's coming. Oh, it's coming.
My name is shit. People in the chat like, yo, who we talking about?
I already know how Judah Naz will start out. Hey, Shalom. You know what I'm saying? This is the real Torah Knights. You know what I'm saying? Got the sons of Jacob, Tommy Yam, got the brother Neki. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Nicodemus, man. You know, bro. I mean, give me well, like you been the Torah Knights since, day one, nigga, and you ain't learned shit. That's on you, nigga. The Most High's not dealing with you. You are not in the temple, nigga. You are set for destruction. Just like fuckity fuck nigga Killah B. Just like fat ass pork chop eating a line. Just like faggot. Yeah, just like faggot Miss Christina Harris. just like Thotty Jezebel Amber. You niggas are set for destruction. Yahweh is not with you. Ain't gonna go to the same old woe-wide ass scriptures, ain't saying nothing. Who will stand up for me against the evildoers? Nigga, you is an evildoer. Stand up against yourself. Oh, I forgot. Satan can't cast out Satan. My bad.
Hey, and you know what's funny about that verse? He used the word reeb. No, is it reeb? I think it's reeb. And that word is the same word used when it was Lot's and Abraham's servants was contending with each other over the whales. So what were they doing? Debating, or were they fighting each other? You see what I'm saying? They were actually fighting each other over those whales.
I think they was getting it in.
Yeah, they were getting it in. But he tried to use that to talk about, saying you're supposed to be doing videos against people. No, y'all want you to put your hands on them. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all really wants.
The main purpose of every Israelite that has the ability to teach or that has been groomed up to be a teacher should be teaching nationality and repentance as a foundation first. Everything else is going to come and flow in together as you teach those two basic things. Because we got a people out here, our people, they see what's going on, they starting to know what's going on, but they don't have the answer of why. They need the answer, why is this going on?
Yep.
If you can't bring out the scriptures and tell them why these things are going on, all you're doing is bringing some esoteric knowledge that is going to fly over their head.
And not even teaching them how to apply it.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't teaching how to apply it.
That's the same thing as going to the Christian church.
Right. Yeah, sisters want to know why they, you know what I'm saying? Sisters want to know why their man don't love him and left him with the child. That's Bible prophecy. You understand what I'm saying? Brothers want to know why they keep going to jail, back and forth to jail. That's prophecy. That's prophecy that's going to happen to the Israelites. All the things that's happened to us in this captivity and to the diaspora of our people, which are scattered to the four corners of the earth, is Bible prophecy. They need to know why they're going through these things. Let me tell you something, Yemuel. I don't think you heard this before. I remember a few years back when I told Judah, because I was getting sick and tired of the, all the shit he was doing online. I said, bro, you need to switch it up a little bit, because I mean this shit is whack. It's starting to get whack. I said, bro, you live in Japan, right? You said there's Israelites in Japan. Hallelujah, no doubt. I don't doubt that not one bit. I said, bro, why don't you just teach the diaspora of our people that live in Japan?
Mhm.
I asked him about that. You know what he said? Nothing. He said Nathan.
Yep. He said he had people that he was teaching in Japan. Where he at?
Yeah, I remember
Where
him
they
saying
at
that.
though?
He
He
said, my
nowhere to be
wife
found.
reads Torah. No, your wife reads the Quran.
Allahu Akbar, Allah.
Your wife reads the Quran.
Allah,
Why I say
Allah, Rasulullah.
wife read the Quran?
Magic carpet, the Kaaba. Rubbing on the lamp 3 times, Allah.
Yeah.
Yo. Let's end this off. Let's end this off.
Oh man.
Let me see that mic. Let me see that mic. Let me see that Tyson. Let's end this off.
Yeah, that mic. That mic.
So spiritually, this what happened. Scripturally and spiritually, this what just happened. What I told you I was gonna do to Judah. This what happened to him tonight.
I'll fuck it up. Yeah, hold on. I'll get up.
And while you doing that, let me just address something real quick too. We don't do lives on Shabbat because Shabbat you're supposed to be with your family. You're supposed to study the scriptures and be at rest and have your personal time with the Creator. So that's why we're not doing things on the Shabbat. So don't ask why we're not on the Shabbat blaspheming and bearing false witness, which is breaking the Shabbat. Breaking the Shabbat.
So like I tell brothers, if you're not up there, teaching or edifying people on the Shabbat, then you should just be spending time with your family and getting that rest on. You know what I'm saying? Like the scripture says, 6 days you shall work and do all thy labor, but the 7th day is of Yahweh. Therein you shall do no work in all of your quarters and all of your gates. Neither you, your children, the stranger that live with you, etc. Y'all should be resting.
Yep. And with that, we can get in this bad boy right here. This is the fight. Oh, there he goes. That's what it was. There you go. Oh. Oh. Come on, do that. Come on. Michael Jack Johnson in 2 years. Come on, do that. Oh, do the damn thing. You took that big ass shot. You whole ass nigga. Goddamn, do that.
Let it play, Allah. Let it play.
Where's I? Oh, where's I? I pushed in my eye. I want to punch in the body. That's it. I don't know why that shit out. My shit out here.
Oh man.
That's it. Shut it down.
Yeah, Yemuel, he spiritually dragged Judah tonight, man.
Yup.
He dragged that man's spirit around. It won't even. That's why I was quiet the whole time. I'm like, dang, Yemuel ain't playing tonight. I was attentive. I was learning. Nigga, I was taking notes, nigga. I'm like, damn. You said Qumran what? Okay, come.
And all this could be done, people, with study. It is like you ain't got to put that much into it. Really. Like the information with the computers now, the information is right there. People want, how you know that? People ask me shit like that all the time.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, let me
people ask me shit all the time. How you know?
Let me break it down. Let me break it down for the ignorant and the slow thereof. Okay? Everything that is on the internet, whether you find it for free or whether you have to pay for it, is called public domain. That means if it's up there, it's public, you can use it. Plain and simple. So they say that, how you know all about this occult, not blah, blah. The internet. The internet. Everything is on the internet. Look how many whistleblowers and ex-Illuminati members and ex-Masons we had in the past 30 years that came out and blew the whistle on this wicked kingdom. It ain't a secret no more. It's only a secret to those who don't want to study.
Yup, that's what it is. Asking
it's
me.
Only a secret to y'all niggas. It ain't a secret no more. Now, the wicked is saying, oh, yeah, we doing this. We sacrifice your babies and drinking their blood. Now, what you gonna do? They on that tip now. Yeah, we molesting kids and we gonna legalize pedophilia. Now what? They on that type of wickedness now. It ain't a secret no more.
And how a lot of us, Bill, we're not even asking each other brother stuff. Like, we getting the information, we come together. What you got? Yeah, this is what I got. And we putting it together.
Right.
Your brothers and sisters be walking around with $1,000 phones, $900,000 phones.
Samsung Galaxy 18s and shit. Like, nigga.
Got the top iPhone 10. All y'all do is just yap on Facebook all day.
For real.
Some of their phones are stronger than your personal computers at home.
It's crazy. It's crazy. People's power. That's why I said, man. That's why I said, man.
Ask somebody a question.
That's why I said, man, like, you know, the internet is undefeated, man. It made niggas dumber than it is, made them smarter, man.
Yup. I want to say shout out to the moderators. They took the night off. Sister Amber, they took the night off. Shout out to y'all.
Took the night off? Oh.
Yeah, they took the night off. So I can't work them too hard.
Yeah. They did their thing all week last week.
So, yeah. Shout out to them. Yeah, we about to shut it down. We had a good run tonight. Let's get these likes up. We got 11 likes, 9 dislikes. Hot damn. I can't do me like that. Do me like that.
Hey, yo, show my brother Yum some love, man. Y'all stop playing. Y'all knew that lesson was fire. Stop playing, bro.
Nikki's new attitude. Oh my God. Okay. Nikki's new attitude. Dr. Gary is the shrimp king. Dr. Gary is Nikki's gynecologist. Y'all, shout out to you for stopping by. Yeah, I started a little earlier tonight, so I might have caught some of y'all off guard and stuff. Shout out to Basil, of course, always holding down the chat. Grit, Willie Grit. Willie Grit had a comment earlier. Yo, you gotta get used to it, Willie. This is nigga conversation. Nigga conversation is never in order. Ever. So, Willie Grit had asked, how did we go from drugs? I guess he was talking to somebody in the chat. He said, how did we go from drugs to abortion? But I don't believe in abortion.
Damn, nigga. Hey, yo.
They'll do to you, man. They'll do to you. Yup. Shout out Basil, Lindia, William Grit, 101 Jazz up in the building. What's up, 101 Jazz?
Hey, Jazz went hard last night in the chat. That shit was hilarious.
Yup.
She went so hard, her comment was pending. I'm like, damn. Mm-hmm. She said, fuck Judah. I said, shit. What he do now? That's all I can say. Because I'm thinking he did something recent. I'm like, damn, what the nigga do now? That's what I was thinking last night. I was like, oh Lord, this nigga wilding for real.
Yup. Shout out to Solomon. Shout out to Lex, the Luciferian, Holy Samurai Jerusalem. Shout out to you. Yeah, man. And that was crazy today, that Zamar guy, though. Yeah, I mean, he was going hard for Torah nights last week. He was going hard. He was going ham for Torah nights. After we dropped that video last night, he said, enough is enough, nigga. He said, y'all ain't getting caught up in this shit. I'm too old to go to jail. Hell no.
Somebody call the police.
But them Torah nights, that little robot man. No affiliation. That nigga said no affiliation. My Uncle Ruckus, no relation.
He pulled the General Yohana on niggas. Yep. I'm not affiliated with any other Israelite group.
Hell yeah, he put up this first thing this morning.
He pulled a UPK UPK Okie doke.
He had his flying up. All that shit. You know, he was not trying to hear that shit.
He was not playing with that.
Hell no. I heard the tapes last night, niggas. But me and Killah B played the Witchfinder General played the tapes last night. Oh yeah, the next episode of tapes are gonna be coming soon. So make sure you guys share, like, and subscribe and stuff. So y'all get that second episode of the tapes. The tapes, Judah Nazareth. The viewing of Judah Nazareth. The tapes, goddamn. All right. So we about to hop up out of this joint. You have a call. I gotta get our music for the way out. We got a new one by Josh. Let's see here. What we got here. Yeah, thanks for everybody for stopping by. Yeah. Judah gotta give David Israel an apology. He waiting for his apology. Shout out to David Israel. I sent you the link, man. I don't know why he didn't come in.
I thought he came in and bounced out.
Yeah, he came in and bounced right out. Yup. All right, what's the?
You send it to his email? Because that's how I got on.
Trying to get Josh. He's long here.
Say call Kabul Yahweh.
Yeah. So, yup, I'm about to close it up. Yahweh Kai. Shout out to Chris Harris, the MVP. Showing the all the damn time. What y'all gonna do when the Witchfinder come for you?
Witchfinder coming around the mountain when he comes. Witchfinder coming around the mountain when he comes. Yeah, boy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Here we go. We can go into this. This new track called The Lamb's Graves by Josh. So, Yahweh God. All praises to Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
I gotta get used to this. Josh got like 10 seconds of silence before this song. It got me the other day, the same day. Like, yeah. All right.
Without saying I'm nothing.
You see how you laughing at me? All right. Here we go. Torah Nights.
Yeah.
Yahweh God. Killah B. The Witchfinder General. And we out.
Bong bong.
All praise to Yah. He is God. First and smooth bubbles. Let me go to big cats be catch up brain. Viewing the slain. Acid rain cult leaders who do vids about their features. Preachers who profess no preacher. Bleach report. Y'all be conjuring demons thinking you curse. Bubble burst. The Torah night. Just meditate and see. Cheap with nine spinning in their brain. Hypnotized dead. Brittany and K fed. Kind of man says men fantasize about it. Oh, what an outing. Down low brothers with baby shouting. Mind control puppets when they Satan handler. They loosely be a Springfield chandelier. Campers beware. The wolves are out. They think they got you. They're crying and pout. Drought in their brains like the desert of Sinai. Jeep Kudo style. I don't do it. The ledge just fly. Seismic activity collapse your beach. Pagodas and wooden structures discovered underneath. Think about Tsunami Jimmy. But the strings label infinity. Disseminate judgment like icicles. The mind open up too late for tear trickle. Visual proof of your leader's folly. Playing more games than Molly. It's a rocky road waking up from abuse. Yet you can't change those who want to remain aloof. Even chant Baffy in they bid to distract me. Laughing in the heavens attacking. Cats are full thinking Darawah is a book. They forgot to swim and bit the hook. Darawah is within. As God is changing your heart. Mercy upon those who you put in a cart on the chart to purchase your mind. Who am I to argue with wisdom design? Freedom to write and recite. Turn the devil day and the night. Look how this word smite. Lift they face up right. Ate up by their own might. So interesting to the sight. It's a page.
Wait, hold up. I forgot to address this. Quina.
Oh, come on.
That's where all the dislikes are coming from his little crew. Why don't you step up to the plate, man, and debate Chris Harris?
That nigga is sour. He ain't debating shit, man.
Man, fuck
all
that.
All you do is lip box and keyboard type, nigga. That's all you do, nigga. Bro, you just got your ass handed to you by Deacon Hakai and Alazar again last week.
For real? And yo, yeah. In the chat, when you tried to say that
Canaanite doctrine shall not pass, nigga. I told him that.
And in the chat, when you was in the chat, Kana, and you tried to say that Jacinius attested to all A-class vows, when I pulled out my Jacinius and showed that he attested to vowlings, what you do? You get all pissed off and start talking junk and then go get some pseudo book and don't give a reference, don't give the name of the book, don't give the page number, don't give the author. That's pseudo, dude. That's pseudo as crap. I disproved you and then you ran. So get out of here with that, man.
Yeah. And what's with you teaming up with Judah Nazareth? I thought he was a weak ass witch.
Oh man, he teaming up with Judah Nazareth. He teaming up with Judah Nazareth. Oh man, I got the perfect song for this Killah B. Hold on, reunited and it feels so good. Reunited.
So all that shit, man. If Chris Harrison hear this right now.
Oh man, Chris gonna be heated as hell when you hear this shit, dog.
They got the Chachis over here hitting it down the dislike button.
Oh man, fuck you, Terrence, nigga.
Yo,
Most I gonna destroy you niggas, man.
Yo, that's the Palestinian dude that Judah talking about.
Dog, Kana, you lost your fucking mind, nigga.
You lost his damn mind. Yo, and another thing too. Shout out to all y'all what y'all call y'all refugee, like y'all what we call y'all outlaws. You outlaw Torah nights over there. You better get your ass around Judah Nazareth. Because Judah Nazareth is in some trouble. Shit, y'all want to get wrapped up in that shit. That's the last thing y'all want to get wrapped up in this shit.
Y'all better skedaddle, man.
Skedaddle.
Because Killah B ain't let off them nuke shit. We still got them on reserves, boy. They in the silos waiting. They pointing y'all way. But they waiting though.
Airport waiting.
Yeah, man. We still firing for effect with the millions of rounds we got. We firing for effect.
You saw that elder what he did. He got the fucking dissociated. I ain't got nothing to do with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
That niggas better fall back.
Mm-hmm.
Yup. And that other elder over there, boy, know better too. You know better.
Oh,
boy. Kana,
to that elder over there, you know you got played, right? And then you played yourself and put your information all on YouTube.
Oh,
so
man.
Where's these
dude, like for real?
So where's these curses falling? Those curses ain't falling over here. Why y'all keep slipping, man? Think about why you slipping.
That was weak. He said,
"Yo, you going to team up with Judah Nazareth, the same nigga that was lusting after your wife?"
I'm like, dude, you're gonna get like a scale. Like you just do your information up all internet.
He the same one that abandoned you when you was going against Rob White. You teaming up with him?
Unreal.
Kanala, why? I'm ashamed, bro. You ain't got no honor, nigga.
None.
No integrity. But you got the nerve to talk about nobility, honor, and integrity all in your lives and all. Nigga, you hanging out with a camp dropout who been in 5 camps, and he ain't gonna tell you the real reason why he get kicked out. I know you got a reason why. Nigga, you got kicked out the same reason Tahar got kicked out of House of David. You unruly, nigga. You can't stand order. That's your problem.
Welcome back, y'all camp. Hold it down. No. Hold it down, goddamn. Hold it down. Welcome back, y'all camp, the submitters.
Y'all can.
You ain't gotta like him. You gotta love him and shit. Because he has asked me up in here. For real.
Yeah. But yeah, come on, Kana, man. Come on, dog. Listen, I know you can't stand my black ass. And I know I can't stand your ass. But, bro, show some dignity, bro. Judah Nazareth, you could do better than that, nigga. You could do way better than you. Listen, you team up with Judah Nazareth, go against us, your ass gonna lose tonight, bro. I'm telling you. Your ass gonna lose tonight.
Torah nights, we running shit.
Boy, Kana, you know better than that, nigga.
All praises to Yahweh. Man,
Hallelujah, man.
taking this song. This Josh Lamb's Graves.
Demons branded with the JN burner. When JN, you out, it'll learn you. Scorn teachers run for the hills. Then the hills cough them up, no frills. I get chills thinking about your house sinking beneath. All because you became more Cain than beast. Or more beast than Cain. Where that beast called you by government name. Slain firstborns, even to my own self born. Bought the farm, the one that Kanai's grown. Smoke y'all when the Roma enters zone. Niggas be walking with their downfall in their hands. She walk with you while you play in the sand. Claiming nothing but old man. Troubled life more than Gary Coleman. Damn.
Forget the Stones edition to knock.
Up into embers, Nebuchadnezzar destroy your temple so you can remember volumes of witnesses against you. High right holding more yoga positions than Hindu. It's the return of Vishnu to end you. Who use stones to tempt you? Who talk this up to a misused pimp move? Blade rip you. Whole time Josh remain blissful. Praising God for your dismissal. Use another dismissal to end. Let this fire quench you. Same way it quench you. Motto is simple. Wish death upon fam. Catch holy mental. Bombarded by shrapnel. Have doctor removed. Piece by piece with scalpel. Then when you rest, ninja come through and scalp you. All over tough talk. Vengeance is mine, says Yah. Feel the wings of the tomahawk. Feel the wings of the tomahawk.
Chop, chop.
Cats be yoked up with 2 rings. Hear them rings. Ring, 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 ring. Cats be tripping. Yeah. I know. You never did that, right? Never taken Yahweh for it, you know? All praises to Yahweh. Yeah. For always being active, not stagnant, not confined in some box, some book. For being ever present. I mean, what do you expect? Yahweh is Yahweh. Our time. Yo, big ups to all those who stand against wickedness, who expose crookedness, who look and seek for righteousness from mature adults, right? Don't be mad when the tables turn like Grandmaster Flash. Yeah. It's your brother Jock.
Killah be scared of you motherfuckers.